Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Gazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for Matt, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to Hawley, Minnesota, and the opening night of the high school football season for both the Hawley Nuggets and the Perham Yellow Jackets, who are now taking the field on the far side of the field. How you doing, everyone? I'm Joe Lancello. Kevin Kochman is on the sidelines this evening. Thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com. Both teams looking to improve on their records from a year ago. Hawley was 3-6, Perham was 4-5. And it will be quite interesting to see what happens. It's a new season, a new team. And Kevin, I know you've talked with Coach Peter Natz in the past, over the last couple of weeks. So what are his outlook on the season?
Well, it's definitely, you look at the maroon and gold of the Hawley High School, and the Hawley Nuggets football program is very proud of the tradition they've had over the years. So definitely getting back to the tradition of winning seasons. That's something of a major goal here for the Hawley Nugget football team, and Coach Natz has been here for a long time. We look forward to chatting with him in just a little bit. Along the sidelines with the Perham Yellow Jackets, a team that a number of years ago was able to find themselves to a state tournament, a AAA squad. Of course, these two programs, these school districts, the Heart of Lakes Conference, a huge piece of history between them. So from that standpoint, you look at some really strong abilities between the Nuggets and the Yellow Jackets, and tonight should be a great football contest on the field.
All right, and we'll check in with both the coaches, Jesse Hine from Perham and Peter Natz from Hawley, when we come back to Hawley in 2 minutes on yourliveevent.com.
You can enjoy the comfort and convenience of electric heat and save money too by installing off-peak heating in your new or existing home. Wild Rice Electric's off-peak program offers a lower electric heating rate that is 40 to 50% below the regular service rate, making electricity one of the most stable and cost-effective energy sources available. Learn more about saving money while staying warm this winter by contacting Wild Rice Electric, your member-owned cooperative.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 20 First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and yourliveevent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
And we return to Hawley High School as the Nuggets get ready to open their football season against the Perham Yellow Jackets. We're joined right now, if you fellas would turn around, Kevin Kochman is on the field with Coach Peter Nats of the Hawley Nuggets.
Sounds great, Joe. And Big Dog, Coach, hey, let's talk about it. We're going to lift the lid on this football season, kick it off. Friday Night Lights, football field's in great shape. Good place to be right now.
It's I don't know where else we could be and to have this much fun, so let's get her going.
Let's do it. I'm excited about it. I know you've got a group of guys wearing maroon and gold that look like they're ready to play tonight.
They are. They've put in a lot of work in the off season. We came back a heck of a lot bigger than we were last year. Just very driven, focused. We've had 3 really good weeks of practice, and you know, to be honest, our kids just want to get out and play.
Had a good scrimmage last week against a couple of good teams that have some history.
Yeah, we did. We did some nice things against DGF last week up at Manoman, and then we went against their 2s and their 1s, and then we had a nice round with the Manoman Waban guys too. And you know, our kids are prepared. I think our coordinators, Nick Burcham and Aaron Haugen, have done a great job getting them ready to play and cleaning up our offensive things and our defensive things, and they want to get rolling.
I know you talked about it here just this week with Jake and on a coach's show, talking about, you know, getting back to Hawley Nugget football. There's been a few years where the wins are not where you'd maybe like to see them, and I'm sure fans would like to see some more wins too. Your guys have been working hard to make that happen.
Yeah, they haven't been a part of Hawley football when it's been at the top and really rolling, and they want to get back to that, and they want to be the squad that gets Hawley back to that spot. And honestly, if we get a break here and there along the way, I have every reason to believe that these kids will accomplish that goal.
The Perham Yellow Jackets across the way. Great test, great challenge to start the season. What are your familiarities with the Yellow Jackets?
Well, they're always going to come ready to punch you in the mouth and play physical football. I know they lost a lot of their guys up front from last year, so they're working through a couple of bumps there with their offensive line. But they've got some good-sized kids. They're going to come and they're going to throw everything at you that they have, and we just have to be able to handle those things and have some counter punches, and that's where we're at.
I know a lot of things get learned in the first weeks of football, but you know there's only 8 games, right? So you want to find those things out early and learn quickly. But what are some things you want to see from your guys to show that that they're ready and they're doing the right thing?
I think we need to show that we trust one another, that we're good teammates, and we help each other through the tough times. Mistakes are going to happen. It's high school football, and we need to be able to move on and support one another throughout that. And these kids have had each other's backs since they were just wee little pipers, you know, and they're just a really good bunch of friends and a really good bunch of people, and hopefully that translates into becoming a really good football team again.
Well, no doubt about it. You've got a great night of football. Field conditions are absolutely perfect. I'm sure you were out here manicuring this yourself with a couple of scissors and all that jazz, right?
I mowed the lawn at home today,
okay.
But I do not manicure the turf out here.
It looks great. Should be a great night for football, Coach. Look forward to chatting. Catch you at halftime, but good luck to you and the team.
All right, welcome to you and Joe, too. Thank you.
Hey, look forward to it. That's Peter Nats, the Big Dog, Hawley Nugget football coach. The Nuggets getting ready to take on the Perham Yellow Jackets tonight here at Dale Scholar Athletic Complex as we look forward to the coverage on yourliveevent.com.
Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
We are back at Hawley for high school football as the Nuggets take on the Perham Yellow Jackets. Kevin Cookman on the field with Jesse Hine, the coach of the Yellow Jackets.
Very good. Thanks, Joe. And Jesse, I know congrats on year number 2 for you as head coach of the Yellow Jackets. I know it means a lot to you to have this role, to be coaching for the Yellow Jackets, and obviously it means a lot. You see the guys put the helmets on. There's a lot of pride under those Yellow Jacket unis.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time we preach to these guys, every week they get to come out here and, show their community what they're about and just represent our town and our school and each other.
No doubt. So tonight, an opportunity to kick this season off. What are your strengths of this football team?
We got a real athletic group. Real athletic group. You're going to see tonight we'll spread the ball around, we'll share the wealth, and just try to throw a lot of looks and make people cover us.
From the standpoint of the fall camp scrimmage opportunities, were you liking what you were seeing?
Yeah, there's always things you want to fix, but for the most part, what we want to get done, we're on the right track to getting that done. So.
All right, very good. So tonight, across the way, you've got the Hawley Nuggets, a team that obviously you know a lot about, things of that nature. What are you expecting from the Maroon and Gold?
They're going to play hard. They're going to be well coached. They got a lot of big athletes out there, and we just got to stay disciplined.
When you talk about season openers, it's a lot of learning, right? Learning on the fly. So what do you need to see from your guys to show that they're catching on to what you're trying to get them to do?
We just got to play fast and physical. And we told them if they make a mistake, make a fast mistake, make a physical mistake, and just keep playing hard, having fun.
You got a group of coaches here that seem to be really energetic too. Are you having fun getting ready for this thing?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. This group, I try to surround myself with great people and find good people to represent this team and this town. And, this coaching staff does that. They work tirelessly and they'll do whatever we need to do, and just they're fun to be around.
Well, it's a lot of fun here tonight. Coming in healthy to the start. I know there's a couple are you going to have some dings and dents?
Yeah, it's football. For the most part, we're healthy and the next guy up mentality. So whoever's out there is out there for us. So
absolutely ready to put on the black. Hey, good luck to you, Coach. Thanks for the time, and we'll catch up afterwards.
Thank you.
You got it. That's Jesse Hine, head coach of the Perham Yellow Jackets, joining us on the pregame show and yourliveevent.com.
Stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
You can enjoy the comfort and convenience of electric heat and save money too by installing off-peak heating in your new or existing home. Wild Rice Electric's off-peak program offers a lower electric heating rate that is 40 to 50% below the regular service rate, making electricity one of the most stable and cost-effective energy sources available. Learn more about saving money while staying warm this winter by contacting Wild Rice Electric, your member-owned cooperative.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Optima Real Estate Development and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancello with you from Hawley, Dale Schuyler Road Athletic Complex, as the Nuggets get ready to take on Perham. Hawley won the coin toss, and they will be receiving to our right as we get things underway here in a few minutes. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for Hawley on offense. The quarterback will be Noah Nelson, a senior, 6'5", 227. He will be, as of right now, a preferred walk-on at North Dakota State University next year. They've got plans to use him, well, to see where he fits in. He is such a good all-around athlete. The running back is Liam Peterson, number 24, a junior. Wide receivers, number 2, Zach Liebach, a senior, and number 1, Mark Schauer, a senior. Schauer at 6'5", a good-sized target. The slot back is number 14, Levi Lulm, a senior. The H-back is Jack Ames, a senior. Starting at center will be Tristan Lullaby, a senior. The guards, Blake Bigger, 6'3", 244, a senior, and 54, Dane Hinkle, a senior. And the tackles, Blake Donner, 6'7", 232, a senior, and 56, Connor Kosmatka, a 5'10", 209-pound junior. And Hawley's offense will face this 4-4 defense from Perham. The Yellow Jackets will have senior Ashton Detloff and junior Logan Guck at the ends. The tackles, Jack Wangler, 51, Cash Burke, 59. Ashton Detloff wears 7 and Logan Guck, 52, by the way. Inside linebackers, 34, Sawyer Dilbeck, and 35, Johnny Ramos. Outside linebackers, number 5, Gavin Griffin, and number 10, Ty Rooney. 3 in the secondary, the corners, Alex Bloom, number 3, 14, Tyrus Kudron, a senior. And the free safety, Tate Zacharias, number 20, and he is a senior. That's how it is when Hawley will have the ball. We'll run down the lineups for the Perham offense and Hawley defense in just a moment on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Optima Real Estate Development and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
Back at Hawley, Joe Lancello with you, and as we see the Perham Yellow Jacket offense warm up, let's take a look at their starting lineup. The quarterback is number 3, Alex Bloom, a senior. Wide receivers, number 5, Gavin Griffin. Number 20, Tate Zacharias will start. We'll also see Tyrus Kudron and number 14 and 42, Jaden Borman, rotate in. The starting running back is number 10, Ty Rooney, a junior. Also in the backfield, 34, Sawyer Dilbeck, a senior. Jack Wengler starts at center. He is a senior, 51. The guards, Cash Burke, 59, a junior, and 52, Logan Guck, a junior. The tackles, number 50, Jordan Bro, a junior, and 57, Jack Exey, a junior. And the tight end, Ashton Detloff, number 7, and he is a senior. Now for Hawley on defense, they'll be in a 4-3 set. At the ends, 55, Tristan Lullaby, a senior, and 54, Dane Hinkle, a senior. The defensive tackles, 66, Blake Donner, and 64, Blake Bigger. Middle linebacker is 22, Jack Ames. Outside linebacker is number 2, Zach Liebrock, and 41, Grady Hines, an all-senior linebacker core. At the corners, number 20, Jackson Skanka Jr., and number 1, Mark Schauer, a senior. Strong safety will be number 14, Levi Lum, a senior, and free safety is number 7, Noah Nelson, a 6'5" senior. And Hawley will be known to shift their defensive front. Sometimes they'll go with a 4-linebacker set, a 4-4, and sometimes maybe even a 3-5, just as Perham's defense is.
You know, these are two very similar teams, Joe, when you really think about it. The type of athletes that they have, the size of rosters, they're very similar numbers. And so, you know, you look at how we're going to unfold today. I mean, we've got two very good football teams, guys that are ready to get that thing on the way. I mentioned to both coaches, you know, talked about how what is going to be the learning curve, right? Because you start the season, you got to learn you'll learn a lot when you kick off the football season. What are the teams that's going to, you know, make those transitions early on? You know, are we going to have a bunch of penalties tonight? Is this going to be a night where the ball hits the carpet a bunch? You know, these are all things we have to really take into consideration. I'm looking forward to seeing who comes out and plays strong, and you know, hopefully we got the pads popping and crowd happy, and you've got, of course, the music pumping, brand new sound system here at Hawley, and I think we're ready for some high school football, Joe.
And something to remember, too, Kevin, from one of the games last night that I had covered with Polk County West against West Central area. West Central area kicked off. It was a squibber, and it was fumbled by Polk County West. West Central area recovered on the Thunder 35-yard line and went on to score, and then went on to a 38-12 victory. So got to be ready from the start.
Oh, you just never know. And how the team sets the tone and what, you know, capitalizing off of mistakes. It's not always the game plan you have. It's how you adjust and make those changes throughout. It is an exciting night of high school football. The lights are bright, as always, at Dale Scallard Athletic Complex. The Maroon and Gold versus of course, Perham Yellow Jackets tonight. Perham, a Class 3A team, and Hawley, a AA team. Both have aspirations, like you mentioned at the onset, getting back to some winning football. And tonight's the night. You start it off, kick it off, and get things fired up. You set the tone for the season here tonight. And of course, it's not over tonight. This is just the beginning. So how are you gonna make the impact? I'm looking forward to it.
And the leaves have not fallen from the trees to our left, making it a very nice environment for high school football. Sunny skies, 75 degrees as we approach kickoff time. Wind is out of the west-northwest, 9 miles an hour, gusting to 18.
And we are in a bit of a bowl here, right? So the leaves on the trees are rustling. The flag at the south end zone is still right now. So you look at that and how it may impact. But we talked about the field, the crowned-up field here. Gorgeous. Great playing surface. No issues to be had. And certainly not a terrible landing spot either if you're getting tackled.
We'll be back with the opening kickoff as Hawley take on Perham on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. We'll be back after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
And the starters for the Perham Yellow Jackets being introduced right now. They're in the traveling white shirts with black numbers, black pants with gold and white trim, black helmets with the player's uniform number on the left side of the helmet and the Yellow Jacket logo on the right side of the helmet.
At defensive back, number 3, Alex Bloom.
Alex Bloom being introduced. He'll also be the quarterback for Perham on offense. But he'll have to wait a little bit for that because Hawley won the coin toss and will be receiving. And the Nuggets will be introduced here to some nice fanfare. We've got a pretty good crowd for this opening night of the season, too.
Absolutely. You've got a great crowd for the home squad, and their student section here in Hawley, they're going with a bit of a Hawaiian theme tonight. And Perham, they're going to travel as well as all, and their bleachers are slowly filling up here as well tonight. So, maybe a little bit of late arriving crowd, Joe. You've got Lakes Country traffic Labor Day weekend. You might have a few extra, minutes of travel you might have to put in there, but nonetheless, great night, beautiful football weather. Let's kick this season off.
I'm not sure what the best route between Perham and here is. Does that include any I-94 traffic and any construction there?
Straight up Highway 10. Now, for the listeners tuning in, Joe's still getting used to this neck of the woods here. Not originally from say Lakes Country, but yes, Perham straight down Highway 10. So you don't even need to turn. that doesn't mean some folks maybe weren't coming from their lake cabin or something, Joe. You know,
that's also true.
You know, you got that opportunity, but nonetheless, no, it's an easy drive. The Heart of Lakes Conference, as it was and as it still is in many eyes, this is definitely a representation of that.
But it's definitely on week number 1. You want to make an impact right away, as the rest of the Nuggets take the field in the maroon with gold.
And the sharp numbers, as the viewers see on yourliveevent.com, the uniforms with the sharp numbers and very easy to see, which is a nice welcome sight.
Uh-huh. Hearing one official being introduced, I don't think it's the Phil Hansen.
Yes, it is.
From the Buffalo Bills, it is.
Oh, it is.
Wow.
See, this is Joe is new. This is new for you too, Joe. Yes, Phil, who was on the broadcast on KRJB Radio last night with NDSU in Colorado. He made it back from Boulder and lives in Detroit Lakes and is on the sidelines here tonight. Made it back, so a late arrive, but he's a regular on the high school football field too.
I wonder if we've had an early infraction because they're kicking out from the 30-yard line. Or is that a new rule? It looked like they were kicking from the 40 at the game I was at last night.
There might be an early infraction. I'm not aware of it.
And it'll be Jaden Borman kicking off. So Hawley should have some good field position.
Deep back for Hawley, you have 24 Liam Peterson standing deep, along with Lincoln Midtune. And the officials are blowing the whistle here because
maybe they just noticed they're 10 yards off.
Yes.
They are.
And here we are, ready to kick things off.
Well, it's the first game of the year for them, too. And even with the nice orange and black markers they have here on the sideline here.
I've never seen that happen before. But
me neither. That's why I wonder if there was a penalty.
I didn't want to call out the officials right out of the gates here, but nonetheless, here we go, kicking it off.
Well, here's the kick, fielded by one of the upbacks, and that's Zach Liebach. And he'll be run out of bounds past the 40-yard line.
Johnny Ramos for the Perham Yellow Jackets among those to bring down the return man, and Hawley will have the football to kick things off. Of course, like you mentioned, they're going to get this underway. Ball will be spotted at the 41 with a first down and 10.
Getting back to Phil Hansen for a second, that's some pretty good stamina and dedication on his part coming from Boulder, Colorado last night. Here to Hawley. Out of the pistol. Handoff straight off for Liam Peterson over the left side, and he'll pick up maybe 5, perhaps a little more, depending where they spot it.
Tyrus Cowdron there to make the tackle for the Perham Yellow Jackets, but a good tone-setting run by Liam Peterson on the first carry. Went that right side and did a good job of lowering the shoulder and making contact.
Peterson, a 5'8", 163-pound junior. 2 receivers left. From the pistol. And an inside handoff and getting across midfield to the 45-yard line of Perham.
Ramos making the tackle again that time for the Perham Yellow Jackets, did so on the kickoff, but good run, same spot on the field, running between the guard and tackle on the right side, and Peterson picks up a first down.
Back-to-back 7-yard gains to get things started for the Hawley offense. Now under center is Nelson with an I formation, and to give to the tailback, who will get maybe across the 45.
In on the stop that time for the Yellow Jackets, Ashton Detlov. He also had Sawyer Dilbeck in on the stop that time for the Yellow Jackets.
Levi Loam was the ball carrier, 14, picking up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And we'll see. Hawley's kept it on the ground. They do want to pass the football, obviously just establishing the run to start this one.
Back to the pistol. 2 receivers wide to either side. Nelson now play action. He'll throw it on the near side. Lum is open and just a stride or so out of his reach.
Intended target, like you mentioned, you had Zacharias, and you also had Kodrin there in the coverage, and Lelm got behind the coverage. Ball was just over the outstretched arms, incomplete. It'll bring up third down.
3rd and long, 10:27 to go in the opening quarter. Opening game for the Perham Yellow Jackets on defense against the Hawley Nuggets. 3rd and 8 from the Perham 44. Noah Nelson out of the pistol again. He'll keep it himself and just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go. Cash Burke, the junior inside, just holding on, grabbing on, 2 hands, bringing him down. Nowhere for Nelson to go, and that's a 4th down.
And Zach Liebach would come in to do the punting.
Have a chance to really pin Perham deep. The Yellow Jackets will drop Gavin Griffin, a sophomore, deep back. He'll be standing around the 10-yard line or inside the 10, I would anticipate.
Kick is high, a little bit short. Griffin's going to wave it off. And the Nuggets will let it bounce, and they'll down it at about the 24.
Not going to net a whole lot of yards there, Joe, but nonetheless taking care of business. And Perham could have had it a lot worse. Could have had the ball inside the 20. They'll have it at the 24-yard line, a 1st down and 10.
32 yards on the punt, no return. So let's see what the Yellow Jackets do on offense on their first series. The quarterback will be number 3, Alex Bloom. Ashton Detloff, the tight end, splits out wide to the right, wing on the right side. Wings to both sides, actually, and a receiver wide left as well. Rooney coming in motion. And a give over the left side. And it was Bloom, the quarterback, carrying, and did not get a whole lot, if any.
Looks like Blake Bigger was there. Blake Downer was also in the mix that time for the Nuggets, and Tristan Lillaby was also in on the stop that time. Hawley did a nice job of flowing with the play to make the stop.
Second down, 9 from the 25. Man coming in deep motion and taking the pitch is Gavin Griffin, number 5. And before he could get around the corner, he got clobbered.
Nuggets came in again, reaching and recognizing that sweep, and Mark Schauer was the first guy there. 6'5", 175, a senior. Schauer came in and made initial contact and read and flowed with the play. So far, Perham attempting to get to the outside with their option.
It's 3rd and 7 from the 27 after a 2-yard gain. 3 receivers right. Bloom is out of the pistol again. Looking right, throwing right. Cut by Zacharias and hit immediately by Jackson Skek at the corner spot. 20 on 20 there on the play, but short of a 1st down.
Well, they're going to move the chains. They say he's got the down. Yep. So
I beg your pardon.
They came inside a bit of a hook route that time and settled in an area. Like you said, good contact there by Skank. Jackson came in and was there right on the spot, but a well-delivered football by the quarterback Bloom, and Perham picks up a 1st down and moves the chains.
Their 1st down of the game, pickup of 8 on the pass play. Interesting setup here. Receivers wide to either side. And a give over the right side, trying to get into Sawyer Dilbeck, but he was wrapped up pretty quickly by the Hawley defensive front.
That's right, another big play by Blake Downer. Blake Downer, 6'7", 230 pounds, and he looks it. I'm not anywhere near that kind of size, so he definitely has it inside, did a good job. But, yeah, like you say, 2 backs flanking the quarterback in the shotgun and just kind of ran trap on the inside. Nuggets recognized it, nowhere to go, and it's 2nd and 10.
7.5 minutes and counting in the opening quarter. Detloff, the tight end, wide to the left with the ball in the near hash. 2 receivers left. Wing on the left side also. Bloom trying to swing it out to the far side for Tyrus Kudron, and that's incomplete. setting up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, incomplete pass. Tyrus was there and had an opportunity. Ball hit him right in the chest and, had his eyes maybe looking upfield a little bit too much and didn't secure it. But it was a forward pass, so there's no question that it would have been behind the line of scrimmage and backwards. So in this case, just an incomplete pass it is. And now Perham facing a 3rd down. They got plenty of time to get the play call in. They made the connection across. They got some signs brought in, and here comes quarterback Bloom and the Yellow Jackets.
Zacharias lining up wide left. Kudron wide right. Play fake. Bloom starting to run one way and finds room on the right side. And finds a 1st down, I believe, just across the 45.
There to make the stop is Jackson Skank, and also Grady Hines was there, but just elusive. Bloom got away from would-be tacklers in the backfield and held the ball tight so he wasn't at any concern of losing it, and did exactly what he needed to do, got on his feet, made a play, 1st down, Perham, the 2nd on this drive.
I don't know if that was a broken play, but it certainly broke the right way as far as Perham was concerned.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was not by design, but nonetheless, when you have the option, right, and all of a sudden you see your options out in the route tree are done. Well, you had room, and he had plenty of space to go. Just needed to make a couple of guys miss.
Ball on the near hash as Perham go from left to right. 2 receivers to the left. Now deep motion, and we've got a whistle and our first.
I call a timeout.
Some disarray there on the Perham side. And they were just 1 second away from having the play clock run out on them. 6:35 to go in the opening quarter on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Perham nothing, Hawley nothing. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contract.
Inside handoff on 1st down across the 50 into Hawley territory. And that was Sawyer Dilbeck on the carry for another 1st down, the 3rd on this drive for Perham.
Jackson Skank there to make the stop along with Jack Ames. Ames, one of the captains this year for the Nuggets. Levi Lelm, Noah Nelson, and Zach Liebach, also one of the captains for the Maroon and Gold.
Gain of 7 to the 48-yard line. 2nd down, 3 for Perham. And deep motion by Kudron, and let's see if he...
Be false start. They're calling it on the Perham Yellow Jackets. Movement first by the Yellow. It was on the right side of the offensive line or left side of the defensive line as you see it, and there was movement. I did not catch who went first, but it is determined that it was the offense, so 5-yard penalty on Perham.
You say it was on the left side. That's interesting because the motion man came from the right side.
There was all kinds of movement. That's why we got the flag.
Squadron right now for Perham. 1 receiver left. Now Rooney coming in motion. Bloom under some pressure. He'll throw. Hit as he was thrown and broken up and almost intercepted. Grady Hines had the first chance and a defender behind him trying to follow the old tip drill, and it didn't work out.
That was a tough play for the quarterback, Bloom, to try to pull off. So he's rolling to his right, feeling pressure, and sees across the body his intended target. So he's looking for his receiver downfield. I had a good view of that, just kind of right down the pipe here, and Grady Hines recognized it immediately and jumped it. Fantastic effort by the linebacker.
Sets up 3rd down and 8 with 5:25 to go in the opening quarter of the opening game of the season. Still no score between Perham and Hawley. Receivers wide to both sides, tight end on the right side. Bloom throwing and incomplete. Zacharias would have had a first down as he was doing a slant route. He was still kind of slanting when he was trying to catch the ball.
Coverage there was Mark Schauer, and it is the Nuggets putting Perham into a punt situation. 5:22 to go, first quarter, and now Perham had 2 nice first downs on the drive, and we're trying to put something together, but the Nuggets denied them here a couple of plays in a row, and that was obviously a big situation. Now Hawley's going to send back deep to receive the kick, Lincoln Midthun.
Alex Bloom is the punter.
Got to be careful, Joe, right?
Exactly. He's awful shallow depending where a punter usually goes. This is an interesting one. Fair catch called, but bobbled.
Perham's got it.
And Perham does have it. Tyrus Kudron.
Fantastic effort there by Tyrus. And again, fair catch called for by the Nuggets. Deep back there was Midthun on the return and a muffed punt. These are those type of mistakes now, right? Perham has flipped the field and needs to take advantage of this opportunity. The Nuggets, well, the defense was ready to get off the field. Now they're back on. And you got to get that next play here. Go out and win the next play if you're the Nuggets. Meanwhile, Perham's got to take advantage.
And they're in the red zone to start 2 from about the 12-yard line from the looks of things. On first down, Bloom under center, hands the ball off, running left is Carson Zeiss, a sophomore.
Tackle made by Dane Hinkle that time for the Nuggets, and drive starts here at the 11, now inside the 10 at the 9-yard line where they'll have it second down.
2nd and 7, under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Beautiful night for football. Perham trying to take advantage of the turnover. Bloom keeping, getting around the corner left side. Did not get into the end zone. How close was he to the first down?
They're going to have him spotted here, Joe. Looks like we're going to have the football now at the 4-yard line. So we've got about a 3rd down and 2 yards, but there's an injured Nugget far side of the field.
Yeah, he's on his back, and I saw him stomping his left foot as he was being attended to. We'll take a break on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. 4:23 to go, first quarter. Hawley nothing, Perham nothing. Be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
You can enjoy the comfort and convenience of electric heat and save money too by installing off-peak heating in your new or existing home. Wild Rice Electric's off-peak program offers a lower electric heating rate that is 40 to 50% below the regular service rate, making electricity one of the most stable and cost-effective energy sources available. Learn more about saving money while staying warm this winter by contacting Wild Rice Electric, your member-owned cooperative.
Zach Liebach was the injured player. He's coming off the field now. Number 2, as you can see him there.
That's right, and under his own power, this is a good thing. Hopefully no serious injury.
3rd and 2 from the 3. Dilbeck with the handoff, and he will score. Or has he?
I've not seen. He was outstretched. He put the ball across the goal stripe, but he was short of the end zone. So he's down at about the 1 foot line. Joe, first down, 1st and goal, Perham.
4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Out of an I formation, Bloom will keep it himself, right behind his center.
There's the sign.
And there it is, touchdown for the Perham Yellow Jackets.
Took advantage of the turnover, the muffed punt on the end of their drive, and they get the ball at the 11-yard line. And a couple of plays, they find themselves to the end zone, and just capitalizing off the turnover is how Perham gets their first points of the football season.
4-play, 12-yard drive. And Perham goes for 2. That's what Coach Jesse Hine told me. I asked him about kicker. He said, and he gave me the guy who does the kickoffs, and I said, Holder? He said, nah.
They're going for two.
Out of the pistol, surrounded with a back on either side. Bloom rolling right, Bloom throwing right, and that is caught for a deuce by Tyrus Kudrin.
Well-executed route to the back corner of the end zone, and Perham leads it.
So on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, we've got a number now. Perham 8 and Hawley nothing. The kickoff after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Perham scoring drive after recovering the fumble. 12 yards in 4 plays. It took a minute 24. Alex Bloom scoring on a 1-yard run and then throwing to Tyrus Kudrin for the 2-point conversion. 8-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. And we've got 3:49 to go in the opening quarter, in the opening game of the season.
It's a really quality effort by Perham after the kickoff or I should say the punt, like you mentioned, the muffed punt, and just quality. They were able to just capitalize and put forth their best effort and find a way into the end zone. And you take advantage of chances like that. Anytime you get gifted that, you need to do it. And Perham obviously did. So now Hawley, they're getting coached up here on the sidelines. The boys have some good leaders that they're learning from right now. And, an answer is needed, Joe, right? That's what you always want, is if you get punched in the mouth a little bit, an answer is needed during the game of football. So they're getting some positive reinforcement. They'll come out and take this kickoff and see where it leads them.
They got a decent return from the opening kickoff, if I remember correctly, run back to the 40-yard line.
It was kind of one of those up men, too, because the ball was kicked and it was a more of a, not much of a squib. I can't say a squib, but it did not have a ton of depth, as you talk about the kicking game from Perham.
I believe it was Liebach who did that. I don't see him on the field just now.
Liam Peterson is back there. Elliot Lee's kind of standing in the middle. And then also deep back is Lincoln Midthune.
Jaden Borman's kick. Bobbled on a couple of hops.
It's Midthune.
By Midthune. And he'll get across the 35 and stop near the 40. So again, good field position for the Nuggets.
Yep, and quick feet. Midthune, he was the guy that botched the punt here a few minutes ago, so he got a chance at redemption right away. And he made a couple of guys miss. Quick feet, was able to zigzag his way up the field and evade a couple of would-be tacklers and put himself in position to get the Nuggets pretty good position here, field position at the 40.
I do see Liebach on the sideline standing next to one of the assistant coaches. Noah Nelson will start under center here on first down. And a handoff to Jack Ames, and I think he got hit as soon as he got the football, courtesy of number 50.
That's Liam Peterson that time, 24. He was the one on the carry. Yep, Liam Peterson got it, and then he eventually brought down by Johnny Ramos from the Perham Yellow Jackets. But again, just off that left side, kind of following his left guard and hitting that what would be the 5 hole on the left side.
2nd and 7 after a gain of 3. Squadron left for Hawley out of the pistol. Rolling left, throwing, dumps it off on the near side, and it is caught by Jack Ames, who did well to squirm out of a shoestring tackle and get into Perham territory for a first down.
Great job by Ames, and had a blocker too, but Johnny Ramos there, but it was the initial contact, Carson Zizi, that he was able to get out of. So strong run, staying on his feet, and picking up first down.
Gain of 12 for the Nuggets, under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Nelson out of the pistol again. He'll hand it off for Peterson. Big hole left side, and again, brushing off a couple of would-be tacklers pretty easily for another first down.
And Peterson showing some emotion after the play, and that's what coaches were talking about in the huddle ready for the kickoff was, guys, let's play and show some emotion. This is a game. Game of football is about emotion, so get out there and do it. And great blocking, great push up front. Tackle that time made by the Perham Yellow Jackets, Logan Gook.
14 yards on the play to the 31 of Perham. And we've got 2.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. And whoops.
Movement on the right side looked like maybe Dane Hinkle jumping that time for the Nuggets.
The right guard, yes.
So that's 2 penalties in the game, right, Joe? 1 on each side?
1 on each side, and both the same thing.
Procedures. So that's how we see it in this first quarter. Not that bad, all things considered, right? First game, you do expect some of those things to happen.
You just don't want the major penalties to happen.
That's right.
Receivers wide to both sides. Seems like the Nuggets have taken something out of the Perham playback, as there's a give for Peterson again. He'll get to about the 25.
Tackle made by Gavin Griffith inside there for the Perham Yellow Jackets. But right now, Nuggets offense is running through number 24, Liam Peterson. Peterson, the junior, running hard, and just kind of seems to be the guy right now that's getting vocal, getting energized, and just keep feeding him the rock.
Pickup of 9, second down and 6 from the 27. Nelson out of the pistol again. Play fake, and it'll be Nelson running it himself and brought down a nice tackle. After a short gain, it'll be third down.
I don't know what the offense was called there, but I watched Nelson kind of survey the field like you should as a quarterback. You got to be able to see, and you have an incredible view, especially when you're Noah Nelson. You got a little extra view because you're 6'5", but great view of the field. Surveyed, saw the gap, and went for it. Nice play decision by Nelson.
Gain of 5 to the 22, 3rd and 1. Again out of a passing formation. And it'll be Nelson himself carrying. We'll see if his forward progress was enough.
I think it was. Tackle made Johnny Ramos, who's been in on a lot of stops, getting his name out there. He seems to be the nose for the football guy. But, yep, he grabbed them kind of the hip tackle, but great effort there. And, again, just needed a couple of yards. Nelson got it, first down, Nuggets.
At the 20-yard line, third first down of this drive for Hawley. The drive started at their own 40. And we're under a minute to go in the first quarter. 8-0 Perham in front. 2 receivers right. Wing on the left side. Nelson out of the pistol again. Quick toss, and it's caught. And Jack Ames on the catch.
You're right. Very quick, Joe. Just a quick release, quick play set up there. Ames caught it. Quick turnaround there. Just used a pivot foot and was able to advance football 8 yards on first down, and that'll be the last play of the quarter.
From the 12-yard line is where Hawley will start in the second quarter. We've played 1 on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. It's Perham 8, Hawley nothing, but the Nuggets knocking on the door. We'll have the second quarter after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Optima Real Estate Development and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima Companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima Companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancello with you from Hawley. Second quarter about to get underway. Hawley was 2nd and 2 from the Perham 12-yard line. Perham opening the scoring on a 1-yard run by quarterback Alex Bloom, and then Bloom throwing a 2-point conversion pass to Tyrus Kudron. And the Nuggets looking to find pay dirt or a gold strike as they go from left to right in the second quarter. Nelson from the pistol. He'll cape it himself over the right side, and he should have the first down.
Get a little chippy out there. Guys are starting to get in each other's face a little bit. I've got Cash Burke from the Perham Yellow Jackets getting mixed up there a little bit with Connor Kosmatka for the Nuggets. So, yeah, the emotions, the energy getting a little bit higher out here, Joe.
Fourth first down of this drive. It's 1st and goal for the Nuggets from the 9-yard line. Two receivers left, one to the right. Noah Nelson from the pistol with Jack Ames at his right hip. Play fake, look out, incomplete.
We got some laundry out there now, too.
Ashton Detloff moved right into the path of Nelson's spin.
Going to get a hold call against Hawley here, and that's going to hurt inside, the 10-yard line here. So move it back. All of a sudden, your 1st and goal is now a little bit worse.
It is from the spot of the foul. And so that's, what, Kevin, the 18-yard line?
Yeah, 18-yard line. So you got a 1st and goal at the 18.
Schauer and Peterson line up wide to the left. Ames is at Nelson's left hip. Look out. Blitz coming. That was Detloff again. And here is Nelson scrambling. And that'll make it 2nd down. And somebody is missing their block on the defensive end, Ashton Detloff, for Perham.
And so he got through. That obviously pushed Nelson into a move. Dilbeck was the one to bring down the ball carrier, Nelson. So Nelson getting 7 yards back there, 2nd and goal at the 11.
Receivers wide to both sides. I formation now with Nelson under center. And a handoff trying to go over the left side and not getting anything.
Yeah, and a big push for the Perham Yellow Jackets. Joe Logan Gook, he did a great job of getting after it and just pushing that whole, call it the right side of the defense for Perham, along with the linebackers. They really snuffed that one out quickly, so immediately stopping the play, no gain, 3rd and goal at the 11 for Hawley.
Nelson will line up in the pistol again, 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Back to throw Nelson with some time, and the pass overthrown.
Intended, he was looking for Liebach across the middle and just high. Good zip on that pass from Nelson, trying to find it. Got him in the hands. It's dropped, and it'll be 4th and goal at the 11. Looks like a timeout taken by Coach Nats.
And that's Hawley's first timeout of the half. Coming with 9:59 to go in the first half on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Perham 8, Hawley nothing. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
4th and goal now for Hawley. They're at the Perham 11-yard line. A holding penalty really knocking back the Nuggets' momentum after they'd have the ball on the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that's a bummer. And obviously, you want to limit all these mistakes. The Nuggets set up the Yellow Jackets for success with a botched fumble on a punt earlier, and that did set up a touchdown. And now, of course, this holding penalty has pushed him back. 4th and goal at the 11.
I saw 73 Dawson Kratke come into the huddle just before the timeout was called on 4th down. Here's Nelson rolling right, rolling, and it's picked off on the near sideline. The interception by Alex Bloom.
And that ball had some zip on it, trying to really, again, thread the needle down inside, right in front of me here. Liebach was the intended target, and they were bottled. There was only one option, and Perham saw that, and Bloom jumped in front of it. It happened with a snap of the finger. Great defensive stop by the Yellow Jackets, and now the Nuggets are kind of not backs against the wall. They're going to have to flip the script here again. Perham has the momentum. 9:52 to play in the first half, leading 8-0. Ball at their own 16.
Second turnover against Hawley so far in this game. There was a fumble on the punt return, and now the interception. Alex Bloom, who had the interception, is now back to throw. Nice ball to the far sideline and
dropped.
Not quite caught against double coverage. That was Ashton Detloff, the senior, and he pounded the turf as that ball got away.
Jackson Skank was on coverage, but you're right. It was the quarterback to receiver. It was your connection right there, and Detloff was unable to come on and hold on to it. Ball left the hand of the quarterback, Bloom, and it was really pretty throw, like you mentioned. Had the number, wasn't able to be held on by the intended target, so second down.
That's an arm with a capital A. Receivers wide to both sides as Perham go from right to left in the traveling white. And a handoff and a first down, I believe, for Sawyer Dilbeck, number 34. And that'll be a first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Play was set up by Cash Burke, who really trap blocked that time and came in and squeezed out the right side of the line. Liebach ends up being the tackler for the Nuggets, but a first down for the Perham Yellow Jackets to the 28-yard line.
Gavin Griffin checking in, number 5, as Perham will rotate their receivers. Tate Zacharias is wide to the near side, and Bloom surrounded by backs. And it's the second man who gets the handoff, Gavin Griffin. And he might be feeling a little dizzy with all that spinning around that he did, but he picked up about a couple of yards.
Blake Bigger there to bring him down. Yep, a lot of spin. Kind of got into the spin cycle, if you will. Nuggets attempting right out of the gates to strip the football. And that kind of turned him into a spin, and so they were able to eventually wrap up enough, but it took a few guys to bring down the ball carrier that time. Bigger was credited with the tackle.
Second down 8 from the 31 of the Yellow Jackets. They're up 8-0. Bloom from the pistol. With time, throws, caught, first down, Moore, just short of center field.
Complete to the senior Tyrus Coudrin.
And that was Tyrus Coudrin, number 14, with a catch.
Did another nice job getting out there and getting some space, and he's actually cramping up now on the sideline, getting some work here from the assistants.
And we have timeout on the field.
Gain of 15 on the play. And we will take a break here on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. 8:20 to go till halftime. Perham 8 and Hawley nothing. More football after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for RNJ Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 RNJ Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
Injured player has come off the field. One thing I remember from Alabama in early of the season, there were water breaks in the middle of each quarter.
Yeah, you're referencing your time broadcasting in Alabama years ago, and yes, even in Minnesota, they'll do that on occasion, but it's not really needed tonight. Temperatures in the 70s.
Oh, no, just saying with the cramping there that
yeah,
about the water side. Oh, hello! Jack Ames, the middle linebacker, introducing himself.
Yeah, he said hi, Carson Zisi, and well, Carson didn't have much to do. Ames just came right through the gap and read the right blitz, and away you go, and that's how you make a nice defensive play. As it stops a little bit of the Perham momentum, they lose yards, second down.
Second and 11.
Loss of a yard, second down, and 11 from the 45. Bloom lines up under center now. Deuce backfield behind him, and an H-back also. As Bloom rolls right under pressure. Nice leaping catch.
Bloom's pass complete to number 7.
And that man, Detloff,
brought down by the
maybe making up for that catch that was just out of his reach a couple of plays ago.
Tackle made that time by the Hawley Nuggets in on that stop. Grady Hines from his linebacker's spot. Great play by the Yellow Jackets facing third and short.
From the 47. Now in Hawley territory, and a quick inside handoff. Dillbeck getting a first down to the 40-yard line.
Liebach, wasn't able to make enough contact with the running back that time. Solid run by Sawyer Dillbeck and aggressive run. Knew what he needed to get and went out and got it. First down, Yellow Jackets.
The left side of the Perham line, Jordan Rowe and Cash Burke very quick off the snap on that play to create the hole for Dillbeck. From the Hawley 40, first and 10. And it's the first back. Dillbeck again picking up 3, maybe 4.
Just diving ahead here, short gain on the play like you mentioned, and on the stop for the Hawley Nuggets was Jack Ames that time in the middle.
Ames 6'2", 221, a senior. Almost halfway through the first half, 8-0 Perham in the lead. Alex Bloom with a 1-yard touchdown run for the Yellow Jackets, and also an interception that stopped a Nuggets drive. From the 37. And trying to go over the left side was Ty Rooney, and he got nothing and liked it.
Blake Donner, Jack Ames once again, and Lillaby also in the mix that time for the Nuggets in the middle. So Hawley in the maroon uniforms starting to kind of shore up some of the things in the inside. Perham may look to try to break it outside again here, see maybe if they go to the air on this third down.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining with 5.5 to go till halftime. 2 receivers right. Tight end on the left. Now Griffin coming in motion, taking a pass, and he will be stopped short of the first down.
Grady Hines doing a great job in recognizing that, just kind of a quick little swing pass right side, and Griffin did a nice job trying to get to the outside. Had one blocker, but it was Hines getting away from the blocker out front, able to bring down the ball carrier. 4th and short.
From the 32-yard line, 4th and 2.
I'd be surprised if Perham takes a timeout here. Maybe not.
Play clock at 15. Bloom hustling in from the sideline to deliver the play. Bloom under center. Will he keep it? Nope. Well, yes, he did. I thought he might go up the middle, but he rolled left, lunged forward, and I think he got the ball across the 30.
He dove and stretched the football. They're going to put him just shy of the 30-yard line, and I can't see the marker. It looks like it's going to be very close. They stopped him.
They're not going to measure it.
It was about a foot differential. There was no need to stretch.
So Hawley will take over on downs at the 30-yard line.
That's a huge play defensively, Joe. If you're the Nuggets, you got to like that. You bounced back after the turnover on the opposite side of the field. You stall the offense of the Yellow Jackets, and now you're hoping you can put together something offensively. The final 4.5 to go here in this first half.
Now with 4.5 minutes roughly to go in the half, 2 timeouts remaining. There is time for Hawley for a tying score. Or if they kick for an extra point, they'd be within a point at the break. 2 receivers left. Wing on the right. And it's Peterson up the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 35 after a pickup of 5.
He was sneaky that time, Joe. I don't know if he, while having the football in his hand, was ever more than 3 feet off the ground. He was trying to find his way through hips and kept it below the shoulder pad level. That was a great run by Peterson.
Now it's Liebach wide to the near side. 2 receivers there. Nelson to throw. Pass. Nice catch by Lelm.
Nelson's
and
pass
he'll go
complete
into
to number 14,
Perham territory at the 45 for a first down.
That was a great job there by Lelm, and also a great route because he was in that slot position inside, and a great recognition by Nelson, and there was a gap, there was space. It took a great tackle by Bloom in order to bring him down as the Nuggets get a great offensive start here on this drive.
20 yards on that play for a first down. First down for the Nuggets in the second half. Noah Nelson from the pistol. And he's going to keep it himself. And he'll pick up about 4 yards. And again, Kevin, I think that was a broken play.
I think it was too. And there was and I don't know where it broke up, but going that left side, and he recognized there was space. Eventually brought down by Tyrus Cowdron, as it'll be a gain of about 4 yards on first down.
And at 6'5" and 227, Nelson may be a little bigger than some of the defenders he's facing.
That's very accurate. He's a definite athlete too.
2 receivers to the right. Nelson from the pistol. There's a man in motion and a quick toss. And down the far sideline and getting first down yardage is Lincoln Midthune, a sophomore.
Now, nice play by Midthune. He came a quick bolt, Joe. You know, you have sometimes where guys are in motion and it's I don't know, just a slow development, just not an immediate push. Midthune was at full sprint in the backfield there, and well executed. Twitchy as he got to the outside to pick up that first down.
Not quite a jet sweep, because there was more of a pass to him than a handoff.
Yeah, like that quick little shovel.
From the 30, Nelson throwing. Oh, and it's picked off.
Fantastic.
That man Bloom again.
He did it, and trying to squeeze the ball over to Levi Lelm again in the slot, and just overthrown. And credit Bloom, that was a full-out center field dive to make that interception play, and solid play by Bloom. That's the second turnover offensively for the Nuggets. They had the punt muffed, so 3 turnovers in the first half.
One quarterback seems to have the other's number, and Perham will take over now at their own 20-yard line with 2 timeouts left in the half and 2:48 to go, and we got a timeout. And we'll take a break on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. 2:48 to go till intermission. Perham 8, Hawley nothing. Be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
No timeout was charged to either team. It's a water break, which again is not a bad idea. Stay hydrated because it is going to warm up again this weekend, certainly, if you're going to be going out for the Labor Day holiday. Please travel safely.
Always a good reminder. Some may already be at their destination. And welcome in.
2:48 to go till halftime. 8-0 Perham in the lead.
From their own 10-yard line.
Alex Bloom has scored the only touchdown of the game, and he's had 2 interceptions defensively. And here's Bloom rolling right on first down. And his pass caught by Ashton Detloff. I thought he was going to go for Gavin Griffin and was off target, but a nice pattern there by the Perham receivers.
Yeah, kind of a bit of a slant route at any rate, and Detloff making a great catch. First down, move it up past the 20 to the 21-yard line.
2:40 to go to intermission. Perham 2 timeouts remaining as they go from their own 31. 2 receivers wide left. From the pistol. Quick out on the near side, caught by Ty Rooney, and he'll be spun down by Zach Liebach, the linebacker.
Ames, Liebach there. A couple of guys grabbing Rooney right out of the gates and lassoing him down.
Well, that is appropriate with Hawley hosting a rodeo every year.
Yeah, it's early June fun, no doubt about it.
From the 24 on second down. Bloom will keep it. And more important for him, he holds on to the football.
Yeah, Ames was there, made initial contact, and was able to rope him down once again. And we'll get a timeout on the field this time here by Hawley.
Their second timeout, 1 remaining. Minute 46 to go in the half on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Perham 8, Hawley nothing. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
3rd and 5. Bloom back to throw. He's had really good protection tonight, too, and there's another nice pass, and that's broken up. Intended for Detloff. But I'll tell you, the confidence of Bloom, one, he's had the great protection, and second of all, he threw that into double coverage.
He did. Jackson Skank was there along with Levi Lelm on the coverage for the Hawley Nuggets, and yeah, Bloom's a confident guy back in the holster there. He's throwing it. He's playing that strong defense as well. We've seen him with 2 interceptions defensively. Just quality that we're seeing out of Bloom. That time, the Nuggets with the double coverage came out with the play.
Bloom back to punt. He had a 32-yarder, his first one, and that one ended up in a big turnover. And whistles.
Timeout, Perham.
So their second timeout of the half. 1:39 to go till intermission on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Check out Lakes Community Co-op for energy solutions. 8-0 Perham in front. We'll have the punt after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
So each team now with one timeout remaining, with 1:39 to go in the half. Joe Lancello and Kevin Cookman with you from Hawley. Opening night of the football season. Perham with an 8-0 lead. And now the quarterback, Bloom, is back to punt. Snap a little high. And almost blocked. A Perham roll. And the ball will be stopped at about the 41-yard line.
You had talked about the way that that quarterback, punter, Bloom, he kind of lines up Aussie style, right? You're only maybe half the distance back for that long snapper to send the football.
Yeah.
And so that gives you the feel of a threat, right? That they might line up in a fake. Well, the Nuggets, Midthun was going to go back and be the return man. Well, he decided, and coaches called him back in, so he just played a little bit more of a deep safety, and they did not send anybody back to return.
Got to respect the possibility.
Exactly.
Two receivers wide to either side. Noah Nelson from the pistol. Play fake. Rolls left. Sees some space. He'll take it. Run for a first down and more. Down the far sideline into Perham territory.
A nice run by Nelson. Recognized quickly that with pressure and then with nobody open, he got to do something. So he took off and went after it. 15 and a first down for Hawley as Nuggets try to get on the board before halftime.
First down to the 44-yard line after a gain of 14. Nelson out of the pistol on first down. Tried a quarterback draw, but no thank you, according to Perham's defense. Logan Gook on the tackle.
Absolutely. Gook was there. Detloff was there, and the Gook was the one kind of really right on his hip the whole time. No huddle, here the Nuggets go.
A loss back to the 48, 2nd and 14. Under a minute to go. Nelson's pass caught by Liebach, trying to get around a defender, trying to get out of bounds, and he did not do either.
He got stuck in no man's land, and so the Nuggets are going to have to hustle again. We're going to see maybe, they're going to take their final timeout. Yep, that's their last one.
44 seconds to go in the half. Perham leading Hawley 8-0. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
So Hawley now out of timeouts with 44 seconds to go in the half. Perham with one remaining. 3rd and 5 for the Nuggets from the Yellow Jacket 38.
Offensive coordinator Aaron Haugen for the Hawley Nuggets dialing up, getting sure that offense has a couple of plays ready. 3rd down and 5, 44 ticks of the clock left before halftime.
Two receivers left, one to the right, a wing on the left side as well. Nelson from the pistol, play fake. Able to get a throwaway, nice sleeping catch by Liebach. Break gets away from one tackler. And it's Dilbeck that brings him down and maybe saving a touchdown.
Great play, great catch, great then vision to get on the feet by Liebach.
And that's a Hawley Nugget first down.
Got to get the chains in spots.
From the 18-yard line, it's a first down. Nelson now rolling left on the scramble down the far sideline. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Hawley.
Well, there's a way to answer, Joe. You had a quick need to get to the end zone. You were able to turn over on downs and force a punt of the Perham Yellow Jackets, and then just a couple of plays later, you set things up. And I liked how quick the Nuggets, after the play to Liebach, right? They got to the line of scrimmage, set things up. The chains needed to get in position. You could tell that quick offense, the 2-minute warning, you may say, practice, those reps meant something to Hawley here in the offseason because they were able to get in position. They were set up. They were ready while the chains were getting moving, and so they were comfortable. As soon as the whistle went, they could get running in the play, and credit Nelson, used the athleticism to find the end zone, but Liebach set it up with the big play, the pitch and catch there from Nelson, and Nelson gets to the end zone, and a chance now for Hawley. I'd anticipate them going for 2 here.
Trying to tie this up. That was a 4-play, 58-yard drive that took 1 minute and 5 seconds.
They got the abilities.
Nuggets are going to go for 2 here. One receiver wide to either side. Nelson out of the pistol. He'll keep it himself, and
he stopped short.
Will not get in.
Attempt is no good.
So with 24 seconds to go in the half, Hawley getting close and still very much in this game. 24 seconds to go in the half on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. It's Perham 8, Hawley 6. The kickoff after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
You can enjoy the comfort and convenience of electric heat and save money too by installing off-peak heating in your new or existing home. Wild Rice Electric's off-peak program offers a lower electric heating rate that is 40 to 50% below the regular service rate, making electricity one of the most stable and cost-effective energy sources available. Learn more about saving money while staying warm this winter by contacting Wild Rice Electric, your member-owned cooperative.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
The Colton Clagis kickoff was a squib fielded by Ty Rooney. And let's see where they run it. It's near the 40-yard line. Make that about the 38.
So will Perham, they do still have a timeout left. There is 20 seconds to play here before halftime. They lead by 2. Will they take a couple of shots? Will they take a shot, or will they let this one go to halftime? Looks like they're going to go to halftime.
That does look like the Genuflex series taking a knee. And time is going to run out here. A pretty good first half of football. And still, hopefully, more of the same to come. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, it's Perham 8, Hawley 6. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on YourLiveEvent.com.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abassi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people.
Optima Real Estate Development and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancello with you from Hawley, Minnesota, where the Nuggets trail the Perham Yellow Jackets by a score of 8-6. And the key figure in this game, Kevin, is Alex Bloom of Perham, both offensively and defensively.
He has been. He's been the key cog for obviously forcing 2 turnovers, 2 picks on the defensive side, a ball hawk, and then, of course, offensively, scoring the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and with that, just the quarterback position, the leader he is out on the field. He's been the difference maker right now, but the Nuggets able to put together a little something despite 3 turnovers in that first half. Joe Hawley's been able to put themselves in a position now down just that 2-point conversion here in this first half.
And it was that first of the 3 turnovers that led to Perham opening the scoring in the first quarter after a Perham drive had stopped just inside Hawley territory. The Yellow Jackets had to punt. It was fumbled by the Nuggets return man and recovered, I believe, by Tyrus Kudron at the 12-yard line. And 4 plays later, Perham scored on a 1-yard run by the quarterback, Bloom. Bloom threw to Kudron for a 2-point conversion. It was 8-0 Perham with 3:49 to go in the first, and that's how the first quarter ended. Hawley had a good drive going from the first quarter into the second. They got as far as Perham's 9-yard line, but then a holding penalty moved them back. And then on 4th and goal from the 11-yard line, Bloom came up with the first of his 2 interceptions on the half. Then the Nugget defense bent but didn't break, and they got the ball back with 4:29 to go in the half. The Nuggets got as far as the Perham 30, but then Bloom came up with the 2nd interception of the day. And then a short Perham drive, and then the Nuggets got the ball back with 1:29 to go in the half, and their 2-minute offense only needed half of that. A 4-play, 58-yard drive that took 1:05. No one else in the quarterback scoring on an 18-yard run. Hawley's try for a 2-point conversion failed, so with 24 seconds to go in the half, Perham's lead was cut to 8-6, and that's where we will be to start the second half. And I'm still trying to work on my... There we go. Get my Hawley stats up to speed here. Noah Nelson is 4 of 7 for 70 yards, 2 interceptions. Nelson, the leading rusher, also for Hawley, 48 yards on 9 carries. And Liam Peterson, 6 rushes for 45 yards. He was pretty prominent, Kevin, in the first half, or the first quarter rather, but not much lately.
Well, and he did get a lot of run at first, like you said. It was a couple drives. In fact, it seemed like it was the Liam Peterson show. Then the Nuggets were able to get things kind of pushing into a different direction. You got Jack Ames going with the football a little bit, and Noah Nelson's really kind of taken over, right? And has been able to, whether it was through the air or if he was able to take off and get running, that kind of made a change of pace when it came to the offense of the Nuggets. So I guess, they've established in this first half, Hawley has some of their offensive weapons, and now, how are they going to adjust? I would think you're going to see maybe a little more of that run-pass option, a little more of maybe the emphasis on the air attack in the second half from the Nuggets. Coach Haugen came in that 2-minute warning and made some changes to what they were going and what they were maybe attacking in it, and it proved that way. Meanwhile, flip it. Coach Hine on the side for the Yellow Jackets. Perham, I don't know if they need to change a whole lot, Joe, because they've shown they can be explosive. They've shown that they can grind and pound a little bit. And so I'm curious to think what the coach is going to say here at halftime to the guys to try to get them to make those slight adjustments, and who's going to come out and make those executions in the second half.
And turnovers have been the key in the game because Hawley's turned over 3 times. Perham hasn't. Just a turnover on downs. Or actually a couple of those.
Right.
But they haven't given anything away so far. And give Alex Bloom credit. Give a lot of credit to his backs and receivers who've been making plays not only on offense but on defense too. Sawyer Dilbeck, Ashton Detloff, Tyrus Kudrin.
I think just Joe, rule of football, right? Win the turnover battle, and generally you're going to win the football game. Tonight, a 2-point lead for Perham. They've won the turnover battle big time. So how is that going to translate in the second half? I mean, can they force the hand again? What will Hawley do to try to force one free on their end? It's going to be interesting with these adjustments that get made and again, overall level of execution. But I think both teams have good things to be, happy about, maybe hang the hat on a little bit in the first half. But certainly it's game 1, so there's plenty of adjustments that can be made and learning curve to be made.
We're at halftime on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Perham leading Hawley by a score of 8-6. We'll come back for the start of the second half after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
You can enjoy the comfort and convenience of electric heat and save money too by installing off-peak heating in your new or existing home. Wild Rice Electric's off-peak program offers a lower electric heating rate that is 40 to 50% below the regular service rate, making electricity one of the most stable and cost-effective energy sources available. Learn more about saving money while staying warm this winter by contacting Wild Rice Electric, your member-owned cooperative.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, Local voices from local radio.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Dr. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Optima Real Estate Development and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
Back at Hawley, Joe Lancello and Kevin Kochman with you, and Kevin is on the field with the Perham coach, Peter Nats.
Yep, here with the Nuggets
Hawley
coach. Yep, Hawley coach Peter Nats. And Peter, I know for the first half, first game of the season, saw some good things, saw some bad things. What was the message to the boys at half?
We've had a horrible half of football. Turned it over twice, had a 10-yard penalty down in the red zone, and turned it over twice in the red zone. And we're basically in a tie ball game. So if we play football, we're up by 2 scores.
Saw some emotion at times from you guys. I'm sure that you like that.
Absolutely, and we can't have it sometimes. We got to have it all the time.
Coach, appreciate it. Good luck to you and the boys the second half.
Thanks, Kev.
Okay, Kevin, thank you. Coach Nats, thanks to him as well.
See if Coach Hine, when he comes out, if he's got a word or two for us as well. So stick around for that.
Okay, let me run down the Hawley stats that I have for you so far. The Nuggets with 10 first downs. Noah Nelson, 4 of 7 in the air for 70 yards, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. And Jack Ames, the leading receiver, 2 catches for 20 yards. But Liebach has a catch for 30 and Lohm with a catch for 20. And Nelson, the leading rusher, 48 yards and 9 carries. 2 penalties, 15 yards against the Nuggets. And Perham yet to come on the field.
Just coming out of the locker room right now. I'm going to try to catch Coach Hine here real quick.
Already. Kevin on the field here, and we'll have more Hawley Nugget football coming your way in a couple of weeks when Roseau comes here on Friday the 13th. That will be a 6 o'clock game in 2 weeks. In between there, the Nuggets will have a trip to Frazee next week, Friday. The home game with Roseau on the 13th and the home game against Warroad on October the 11th, both will be 6 o'clock kickoffs.
I got Coach Hine here, Joe, if I can interrupt here real quick. Coach, what's the message to the boys at halftime?
Keep playing hard.
Kids are playing physical. You enjoy the first half, Coach?
Yeah, it's been a fun first half. We just got to clean some things up.
Hey, good deal, Coach. Thanks for the time. It's Jesse Hine, head coach of the Perham Yellow Jackets, with the little halftime coaches comment here with the update. Yeah, focus on both squads here. Here's something though, Joe. The bank of lights to your right is out right now, so we got to get these lights figured out here so we can play football. It's a little dark down in the south end zone.
Yes, it is.
It's at the point where it's not bad yet. As I'm on the field, I can see the football, but you got to have it. So they are working on it, is what I've been told. But this bank of lights here on the south side went out. We were chatting with Coach Nats, so we'll see what happens here at Dale Scalary Athletic Complex. And I was hearkening a thought because just down the road up Highway 32 earlier today, Norman County East Ulen Hitterdall opened the football season at John Otto Field in Ulen, where they have brand new lights. Well, they played today without needing them, right? They had a 1 o'clock kickoff against Hancock this afternoon. Those lights had been regularly having issues over the past, we'll call it a decade. And so Not sure.
With 9 minutes left in the
These
fourth
lights
quarter,
here in
third
Hawley, I've
Hawley,
not known it to
West,
be an issue.
52 to
I've not
18.
been a regular here like I was 15, 16 years ago, so maybe I don't see it as common, but it is, the issue, of course, it's these lights aren't just like the lights at home, right? They take a few minutes to warm up and all that, too. So we're hoping this isn't a long-term situation, because that wouldn't be much fun on a Friday night under the lights.
I don't know if they still use mercury lights here.
Well, you know a thing or two about lights from one of your stops, in Iowa? Is that right? Can't remember now, or if you did you had familiarity with a community that produced a lot of the lighting. I'm testing your brain. I remember a conversation we had, Joe, not long ago. But I mean in the last 2 years.
I remember a basketball game in Stephen,
Minnesota.
Several years ago. In fact, it was a playoff game.
Okay.
Because it was at a neutral site. Excuse me. And there was a power outage during the game.
Okay.
And so they had to come back. Both teams had to come back the next afternoon.
Well, I will say this. The banks of lights, there are 4 total banks of lights here in Hawley, okay? And they're very adequate.
Traditional, 2 on each side.
Traditional, yep. Some sites maybe get to be a little bit bigger, whatever. This is very adequate. Now, I've called football games in New Folden for the Northern Freeze in recent years.
I've been there too, yep.
Been to Oakley for high school football, right? Red Lake County hosting games. I've seen football played in a lot darker situations than what we have right now. I'm just saying that as a guy who's walking the sidelines. That's it.
It's getting dark because of sunset, not because of any stormy weather.
That is,
well.
Yeah, correct. It is crystal clear. I mean, just looking to the west here, it's still quite bright to the west. Beautiful. Gorgeous evening to kick off the Labor Day weekend, and glad that people are enjoying it this evening with us on yourliveevent.com. And, of course, all the folks that are out here enjoying a Friday night under the lights, in this case, 3/4 of the lights that you're used to.
I do want to finish the story about the basketball
Please
game.
do. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that.
What happened is that when they resumed play, they started with an inbound, and it had happened that earlier in the season, I had gone to watch the Warrow team, where I was working at the time, practice, and they had a play set up where they would intentionally line up underneath the wrong basket, and the inbounder would throw it to a teammate who had nobody stopping him to drive to the basket for a layup.
Okay.
And I am getting ready to broadcast, and it's Warrow with the ball to resume play. And without hearing anything, just seeing where the guys lined up, I knew what was coming. And I'm trying to not giggle or give anything away with body language. And the play worked as it was supposed to. And there was a bit of what the heck is going on here from the other team? But the officials say, no, it was good. Perfectly legal.
There you go. We are going to play football with 3/4 of the lights. Meanwhile, I'm watching 1, 2, 3. How many Hawley Nugget Dale Schallert Athletic Complex workers and or volunteers does it take to change a bank of lights? I've got 2 and an athletic director so far.
Well, as long as it wasn't a squirrel getting into the...
I didn't see a squirrel. I didn't see it.
Getting into the thing and having a
party.
Quick fry to a crackly crunch and putting out lights. I've heard of that happening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a situation a few years back in LaPorte where a falcon's nest was set up, Joe, in one of the banks of lights.
Goodness.
And so it started on fire during the football game. Oddly enough, Norman County East Ewell and Hitterdall was involved in that game as well. Lots of lights and situations when I talk about Norman County East Ewell and Hitterdall football. John Otto was involved in it, so it just happened to be that way.
Well, eventually we'll have Colton Plagas kicking off for Hawley from right to left.
In the meantime, let's welcome Metallica to the concert here in Hawley, I guess. And great stuff to get people fired up and ready to roll. But yeah, the lights are not coming back on right now, that's for sure.
And that is to our right, as Kevin mentioned. So Perham will potentially driving toward that dark area.
Entering darkness. And it's not all that bad. But it's bad enough. I don't think it's a concern yet, but I'm not the ones that have I'm not in charge. And the officials are talking with Coach Nats here on the Hawley side, and Coach Hine getting communication. He's actually walking onto the field. The head coaches are coming onto the field to talk with the officials, and they'll meet at the 50.
It's not the fellow with the wide hat who's doing the talking.
No.
There is an official with a wide hat, isn't there?
Yes.
Okay, I have broadcast a game or two where somebody forgot the wide hat and it was all black.
We had that earlier. Now, the coaches got together and Coach Hines said, "We're playing." Coach Nats said, "All right, here we go."
Here's the second half kickoff. High to the far side, fielded 30-yard line. And good pursuit by the Nuggets.
Gavin Griffin
on the return.
Yes, and flying in, making the stop is Lane Lelm, a sophomore for the Nuggets, making the stop on special teams.
His brother Levi, one of the captains of the Nuggets. Levi, number 14.
That'd be correct.
And Perham will start from their own 31-yard line.
Ball spotted from their own 31.
Tyrus Kudron lines up wide to the right. Bloom is under the pistol. And a handoff and a quick opener left side. And a good gain for junior Ty Rooney.
Rooney didn't get a ton of touches in that first half, but he showed a great burst right there as the Nuggets able to converge in to make a stop. But Rooney setting the tone there with a 6-yard gain on first down.
Second down for Yellow Jackets in the traveling white with black and gold. Kudron wide to the right again. Bloom from the pistol with a back on either side of him. And I believe that's Griffin again. And kind of a rugby scrum there to push toward the 40.
Ball came loose.
Oh!
Nuggets coaching staff wants the ball loose and say Hawley football. The officials have another thought. In fact, the Nuggets came out of the huddle, or the scrum, Joe, right? As you said, Grady Hines came out with a football, but they say it did not exchange hands, and it's Perham football.
3rd and 1 from the 40. Perham maybe with a bigger personnel package. Bloom coming to the huddle with 13 on the shot clock. Excuse me, the play clock.
I thought that was a good fall. I was fine with that, Joe. We had a lot of basketball talk during the break.
Yes. Bloom is going to keep it. And I think his surge is enough to get the first down.
Well, I think offensive lineman Cash Burke thought so. He did the flex first down signal on the Nuggets there. And so there's a little bit of jawing back and forth. The rivalry is alive here between Perham and Hawley.
And a gain to the 42, maybe the 42.5-yard line. 1st and 10 for Perham. First down of the second half.
2-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. It's 8-6, 10 minutes to go in this third quarter, and we're playing with 3/4 of the lights, but guess what? The lights are coming back.
Oh, good.
We've got 2 out of the 10. Oh, there's 3.
From under center, Bloom rolls right. Now starts to go the other way. Penalty flag down. Bloom throws.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. And I think that is going to be a holding penalty. When you get somebody scrambling like that, inevitably that'll happen.
And it did. And the white hat official makes the call. And now we've got 6. Oh, there's 7. Yep, we're getting them all back, Joe. We're going to be lit up here again.
And since this is from the spot of the foul, this could be a really major penalty against Perham.
Superintendent Phil Jensen also here to check things out.
The ball is on the 33-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 17.
Got a long way to go here for the Yellow Jackets.
from the 33. Bloom moving forward on a delayed run.
Bloom, the ball carrier.
Stopped at about the 39.
Tackle eventually made a couple of nuggets there to bring down the ball carrier. Downer. Hines was also in the mix that time. It'll be second down now. It gets about 5 yards back on the play.
9:10 to go third quarter. 8-6 Perham over Hawley. First possession of the second half.
Any concern of lights? We no longer have them. Everything is good. Lights are back.
Oh, yeah, I see now.
Yeah, you can see clearly now. The lights are on. I could copyright those lyrics.
Second and 14.
Hat tip to Johnny Nash.
Amen.
Two receivers right. Bloom surrounding the backfield. Bloom rolling right. Bloom looking, throwing. He's got a man and just out of the reach
Bloom's
of Tyrus
pass
Kudron.
is
Incomplete.
Kudron gave it all. It was right in front of me. Well-delevered football, tight spiral. On the coverage that time for the Nuggets was Jackson Skank. But Kudron stretched out, gave it the old college try, left a couple of divots here from his efforts. Comes up empty-handed, third and long.
Bloom had been saying Bloom having some decent protection, but then again, that seems to be breaking down with all the scrambling he's having to do lately.
I think Hawley's defense has dialed up the pressure here on this first drive of the second half.
Here's Bloom rolling to his right again, under pressure, throws, broken up.
Nearly intercepted. You had coverage that time by Jackson Skank, and also flying in was Levi Lelm. And now we've got a cramp out there, and you've got Nugget of players helping some good sportsmanship that time by Jackson Skank. He was helping out. The target was Tate Zacharias. He's got a cramp as he's out on the field.
So we'll take a break here on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. 8:30 to go in quarter number 3. Perham still leading Hawley 8-6. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancello at Hawley. Nuggets trailing Perham 8-6, and still being attended to on the field is Tate Zacharias, a senior receiver.
He's definitely tight. He's making his way over to the opposing sideline now, and he's going to make his way back to his sideline for a moment. When you are injured or need to have game stoppage, you got to take a break. But everybody was on, all hands on deck to help Tate get back. So now punt formation for Hawley, for Perham, excuse me. Hawley is stepping back. You've got Lincoln Midtune back deep.
Standing at his own 30-yard line. Bloom is the punter. Again, you got to consider a possibility. He got that away. Nice high kick. Midthune bobbles, but is able to fall on it this time at the 32.
And I think Midthune is going to be spending some time this next week fielding some punts. And it is, if I encourage anyone who's ever watched a game of football and said, yeah, it's tough. How do they do that? You think about muffing a punt, especially in the dark. You take a few and try to pick it up, try to catch it, knowing that someone's just chasing after you. It's a lot of pressure for someone in that punt return formation. So I think he'll definitely bounce back from it.
It's not the same thing as just throwing a high one to one of your kids.
No, it's not.
Nice play fake by no one else, and as he throws, it caught far sideline and getting close to a first down.
I kind of thought maybe they would go to the air a little more. I didn't expect it first offensive play of the second half for the Nuggets as they get the ball just a little more than 8 minutes to go here in this third quarter. They're gonna continue to challenge, and it looks like they have some momentum right now with the guys in maroon and gold.
That was a gain of 12 in the pass to Zach Liebach.
1st and 10
from the 44. 1st and 10. Man in motion.
Fumble.
Handoff. Oh, no, the ball comes loose.
Perham's got it. Perham's all over that one. as the Nuggets recover, or the Yellow Jackets recover, and that's going to be Ty Rooney, Joe, that gets on top of the ball. I believe the handoff was going to Levi Lelm, and it just flew out of his hands. I don't know if somebody poked it. I didn't see that, but it was out quickly.
Turnover 4 against the Nuggets. And Perham in some pretty good field position at the Hawley 44 with 7:59 to go in the third. Perham still with a 2-point lead.
First and 10 for Perham from the Hawley 44. Fourth turnover for the Hawley Nuggets.
Bloom out of the pistol with a back at his right hip. Bloom will keep over the left side, and he'll be repelled.
Tell you what, the Nuggets defense is coming at you, and so far here in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, Perham has not had an answer for that initial push by the Nuggets up front, whether it's the line. The defensive line is stout, but the linebacking core is really starting to push hard here for Hawley.
Bloom lost a couple of yards to the 46, second and a dozen. Season opener for both teams.
And Hawley has 4 turnovers, yet trail only by 2.
2 receivers to the right. Bloom from the pistol. He'll hand that off for Dilbeck, and he likewise is repelled.
Simply nowhere to go. A wall set up, and among the Nuggets, Dane Hinkle in the mix that time, and also in the mix there is Blake Bigger, just playing strong out on the defensive line.
Funny, I saw something the other day. I'd taken some pictures at the scrimmage in Monoman, the preseason scrimmage, and I took a picture of a kid who had number 0 on his back, and the name of the back was B. Bigger. That's Blake.
That is.
I showed that picture to his mom and sent it to her because she's working on the concession stand.
There you go.
Pass on the near side. Caught. And still on his feet, still going, is Gavin Griffin, wrestling his way very close to a first down.
Took a number of Nuggets to get Griffin down. Griffin was determined on that play. No question about it. Yellow Jackets taking that personally here, and Griffin went after it, made sure that he was not going to be brought down easily, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Or not.
Or not, excuse me. It is not. It is 4th down and short.
At the 35.
Beg your pardon.
Boy, it's 4th and looks like less than a yard.
It's very close. Yep, very, very, very close.
Let's hear you, Nugget fans.
This is a spot, I think, where you go for it, and Perham naturally is.
Expect a quarterback keeper.
Wishbone formation here, giving the defense something to think about.
Fumbled ball.
And
still loose. Hawley's got it.
Rooney lost it.
Fumble on the play.
And the Nuggets recover. So it was Rooney who recovered the Hawley fumble, and he gives it right back.
So this would be the first turnover by Perham tonight.
You are correct, sir.
And now there's some conversation. Coach Nats is saying there was 12 players on the field, pointing to the Perham side. It don't matter. They're just swapping out the football. It's a turnover, and it'll be Nugget football.
They'll take it over with 5:39 to go in the third, still trailing 8-6.
First and 10 for Hawley. Ball spotted at their own 36.
Yeah, big situation now for Hawley. Try to capitalize off a turnover. They finally get one back.
Oh, I see what the slight issue was. Each team plays with its own type of football.
That's right. Swap it out for the offense.
And for the left side for Peterson, and he'll get nothing and like it.
An aggressive play by Logan Gook that time. Logan came off. We were talking about the energy and some of the passion and emotion that the teams are playing with, and Gook showed it, brought it that time.
Loss of maybe a half a yard. We'll call that no gain, 2nd and 10. This will be just the 4th offensive play for Hawley in the third quarter. 5:11 to go in the third. Receivers wide to either side. Noah Nelson from the pistol. Man coming in motion. That was Lum, and it'll be Nelson keeping it himself and getting near the 40.
Fake to Lelm, who came across in that quick little shovel pass type sweep, right, in motion. And then fake the handoff inside to Peterson, and then Nelson keeps it. So it's a triple threat but a different way to get there. I like it, and they showed earlier that they gave on that when the big play from Lincoln Midtoon in that second quarter.
Third and a long 6. Under 4.5 to go in the third. Still a 2-point game with the ball in the near hash. 2 receivers wide to either side. Nelson from the pistol. Play fake. Rolling right.
Nowhere to
Detloff
go.
had been chasing Nelson a few times, and this time he gets the sack.
Jack Wangler also there, but it was Detloff, and he wanted it all, and Nelson just had nowhere to go that time. One thing to keep in mind, Joe, as we see 4th down now for the Nuggets, 4th and long, they're going to be in punt formation. The dew is settling now on the field. That may cause some issues for either footing or also, a little bit of a slippery football is something we can kind of keep in mind now.
Yeah.
Yes.
4th and 14 now. As Zach Liebach goes in punt formation. Got some decent protection. Ball takes a Nugget roll. And that'll get to the 40-yard line of Perham.
Punt is down at
No return.
40.
Defense has been winning out here as we start the second half.
29-yard punt.
29-yard
for
punt, no
Levi.
return. Perham takes over with 3:25 to go in the third. Still an 8-6 lead for Perham.
Fergus Falls defeated Park Rapids 39-0. End of the third quarter, Pelican Rapids leads Brecken.
And this is still very much anybody's game.
At the end of the third quarter, it's Barnesville 16, DGF 14.
Barnesville over DGF 16-14 in the third quarter of that neighborhood rivalry.
A AA versus AAA there as well.
2 teams that have been to the Prep Bowl. Pass, nice catch by Zacharias, and he's got a first down in Hawley territory.
Number 20, Tate Zacharias.
Cramp settling in for the
Brought down
Nuggets.
by
Levi
Lelm.
Lelm, he was the tackler on the play, and now he does go down, and they're going to get some attention on the field.
And while they give him attention, we'll take a break ourselves on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. 3:18 to go third quarter. Perham leading Hawley 8-6. Be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hand, hips to toes, and everything in between. The Riverview Health Orthopedic team has you covered.
Optima Real and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima Companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima Companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
And the Hawley player who had the cramp was able to walk off under his own power.
Yeah, Levi Lelm, the senior, was grabbing, I believe, his right calf muscle, came off here, and has got some water. They're going to roll it out here, and hopefully only be out for a play, maybe 2.
Anyone who's ever had a cramp wake them up in the middle of the night, those suckers hurt.
Well, and that's us non-athletes, Joe, right? I mean, just imagine being in peak physical shape, too.
Here's Bloom out of the pistol. Looking left, now having to scramble to his right. Scrambling and running out of bounds into the Hawley sideline.
Play kept alive thanks to the block up
Chased
front there by Logan Gook.
Number 72,
looks
Kylan
like
Lowe.
in on this, the stop that time is Kylan Lowe. Credited with the tackle pushing the quarterback out of bounds.
After a gain of 3 to the 42-yard line, 2nd and 7. Clock stops with 3:06 to go in the third quarter. Neither team has used a timeout in the second half. Haven't had any scoring in the first half. Perham scoring 8 points in the first quarter and Hawley 6 in the second. Bloom rolling left with time, now throws it. Penalty flag thrown. I believe it was caught.
It was by Cyrus Cowdren. Cowdren catches it while sitting down. He had slipped and it was an underthrown football, but it's coming back. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Joe, that a play like that, some athleticism is brought back.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, a holding penalty is the call.
I was a little nervous after I saw the flag because I saw a Hawley pass rusher come in on Bloom, and I was And right about the time the ball was thrown, I was thinking, oh, geez, roughing the passer.
No, in this case, a holding is the call. So, bring it back, stop a big momentum type play that time by Perham.
When it's thrown in the offensive backfield, you get nervous.
Well, sure.
As a coach.
Understandable.
And it's from the spot of the foul, so the ball now at the 49-yard line of Perham, their own 49. We're looking at 2nd and 16 with under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Out of the pistol, deep motion for Rooney. He'll take a pitch to the left side, and he'll get just a yard to the 50.
Bottled up quickly that time. In on the stop that time was Blake Downer, among others, for the Hawley Nuggets, bringing him just kind of slowing things down on that left side.
Donner at 6'7", 232. Does he play basketball by chance?
You know what? The name does not ring a bell, at least off of last year's roster.
Okay.
It's not always about size, though, you know.
15.
Yeah.
But you'd like to have a guy who's 6'7" on your basketball team.
2 receivers wide to either side on 3rd and 15 from the center field. And a penalty flag.
Lots of movement. It's going to be on Perham.
False start. Second penalty against Perham on this possession. Move the ball back to the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line. And we're looking at 3rd and 20. Perham hurting themselves with penalties on this drive. And they had a holding penalty actually on their first possession of the quarter.
And of course the turnover as well. Meanwhile, our score remains the same at 8-6 in favor of Perham.
Yellow Jackets go squadron right, 3 receivers there, 1 to the left. Bloom, delayed handoff. And nothing doing, a loss.
Carson Zizi, the ball carrier.
Carson Zizi carrying the football. 56, Connor Kosmatka making the stop. Dane Hinkle and the Cruz out there for the Hawley Nuggets making the stop.
Loss of a couple back to the 42. So 4th and 22, punt time for Perham.
Midthun is deep back to stand and retrieve this punt.
That short drop that Bloom takes to punt will make you concerned. Snap a little bit high, does well to snake it. Midthun is going to watch it roll and roll and roll and finally downed by Kudron.
Yeah, put that ball at the 16-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10 here for Hawley. And 54 seconds remain in this third quarter. We'll see if Hawley's offense can get something rolling again. You know, they had the drive right before halftime, and they haven't been able to really strike fire again. So see if they can't get something developed as they close out this third quarter and transition into the fourth.
41 yards on the punt with no return. And an official timeout.
Yeah, they're bringing the water out again here, it looks.
Well, we'll take a sip of water ourselves here on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. 54 seconds ago, third quarter. Perham still in the lead over Hawley, 8-6. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Joe Lancello and Kevin Kolkman with you from Hawley. 54 seconds go in the third quarter. It'll be Hawley football from their own 16-yard line. We've talked about the Nugget football team, but we should also mention that, Kevin, the Nugget volleyball team ranked 3rd in the state in the preseason rankings.
And opened the season with a win over Monaga. We'll have assistant coach Nicole Martin on the Coach's Corner on KRJB Radio tomorrow, and we'll carry the Nuggets Thursday night when they host Breckenridge on yourliveevent.com.
Another reason to mention the Nugget volleyball team is they've got a foreign exchange student, Charlotte, a young lady from Italy. First and 10 with Nelson under center. Tossing on the near side for Lelm. Lelm breaking one tackle, but not the second or the third.
No, that's where the Yellow Jackets came flying in. Jack XC was in the mix that time. Also, Logan Fromuth was in there making a stop with now 30 seconds to play. The Nuggets do need to get this this snap off before we flip to the fourth quarter.
About 3 seconds different between the play clock and the game clock.
That's correct.
One receiver left, two to the right, and a wing on the right as Nelson works out of the pistol on second down. And an inside handoff. And that was Liam Peterson on the carry.
Liam Peterson, the ball carrier. Brought down by
and that
Carson
ends
Zizi.
the third quarter.
We have reached.
So we go to the fourth quarter on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. It's still Perham 8 and Hawley 6. The fourth quarter in a minute on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and yourliveevent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancello with you from Hawley. It's Hawley football from their own 25-yard line, looking at third and a long one from their own 25.
From their own 25.
Noah Nelson from the pistol. Man in motion. Play fake. Nelson will keep it himself.
Nelson,
go straight ahead, and he will have a first down. Around the 30-yard line. Go ahead, Kevin.
Sorry about that, Joe. Yeah, seeing that Perham now is not only trying for the tackle, right? Because that's the first. Your job is to get the guy down. But they're also going for the football. They're starting to throw the extra hand in there or bring the extra tackler that would be to try to punch the ball free. So, I mean, they've been successful in turning over the Nuggets. They're trying to do that again.
2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. Nelson from the pistol as the Nuggets go from left to right in the fourth quarter. Snap a little high. That pass is long and too long. Intended for Mark Schauer, the senior.
And Schauer was there. The ball was overthrown. It was going to be Schauer or nobody. Cowdron was there on coverage for the Yellow Jackets, but again, overthrown by Nelson. He was going for all or nothing.
We haven't seen Schauer targeted too much tonight, the 6'5", 176-pound senior.
No, he's not. One of the targets that's been favorited, obviously they were trying to hit Levi Lelm, one of the slot receivers, and then, of course, Zach Liebach also has been a target.
2nd and 10 Nuggets from the 30, 2 receivers right, Nelson from the pistol. He'll pitch it out, and Liam Peterson is swamped.
Not much doing that time for Peterson, and he was dropped on the top of his helmet there by the swarming defense of the Perham Yellow Jackets. And Liam's kind of shaking that one off a little bit.
Rooney and Eske on the tackle. for the Yellow Jackets. And there's a loss of yardage.
Third down, 13 to go.
Loss of 3 to the 27, 3rd and 13 for Hawley. Nelson again from the pistol. Play fake, spins left. Rolling, still looking, throwing downfield. He's got a man, and he's got a first down.
Noah Nelson's
Talk
pass
about the
is
target,
complete
Joe.
to
There's a
number
pass to
1,
Mark Schauer. The
Schauer.
senior makes the connection and
Brought down
got great
by Gavin
spacing
Griffith, number
out there
5.
on his route and sat down right there,
And
let
that's
Nelson find
enough
him,
for
first
another
down.
Hawley Nugget first down.
A gain of 20 to the 47-yard line of the Nuggets. Each team with all 3 timeouts remaining. Hawley trailing 8-6, but they're on the move. Inside handoff across midfield. Levi Loam on the carry.
And kind of speeding up the tempo here. They ran that one rather quick, got to the line of scrimmage, got moving. Kind of just a quick change of pace here. See if the Nuggets continue with that realm of offensive formation here and just try to get up and get going, or how they're going to attack this. Time is not on their side necessarily. Each team has their timeouts remaining, but 10 minutes to play, you're down. You want to get scoring.
Gain of 5 to the 48-yard line of Perham. 2nd and 5. Nelson again from the pistol. Fakes the handoff and just getting back to the line of scrimmage is Nelson.
Tackle made that time by Perham Sawyer Dilbeck. He's flying in there from that linebacker spot. Just been all over the place. Early on we had the name Johnny Ramos used a ton. Now Dilbeck has been really in the mix. Linebackers have been active today from Perham. And they've been kind of sticking with a lot of that 3-5 here today in their formation with 3 down linemen.
Jack Ames coming off the field for Hawley. 2 receivers right and a wing on the right as Nelson will work from the pistol on 3rd and 4. Play fake, rolling right, dumps it off. Ooh! Out of the reach of Jackson Skank, and that would have been close to first down yardage.
Yeah, it was a good route. Ball thrown out in front, just not catchable there by Skank. So Nelson again put it where it was going to be, Skank or nothing. So now 4th down for Hawley.
Nelson is still on the field. He got a play from Coach Nats. At this time of the game, it's something you got to go for. Two receivers right. Nelson under pressure, and he will not get the first down.
Swarming defense by the Perham Yellow Jackets, and they read it out nicely. Griffin was in on the stop. Right away, Nelson showed handoff and faked the handoff, but I don't think the running back was on the same page. So maybe some miscommunication out there between the combo, but nonetheless, just not much doing. Nelson tried to get something out of nothing and comes up short. It'll be Perham football, and now the Yellow Jackets turn over the Nuggets on downs. They've got just under 9 minutes to play and a 2-point lead. Can they find some offensive efforts here and get themselves close to the end zone?
And not for the first time today, Ashton Detloff, the defensive end, has gotten in Nelson's face with a good pass rush. Here's Alex Bloom handing it off, and with a big hole and very close to a first down. Sawyer Dilbeck on the carry.
Solid run, good hole up the middle. Number of Nuggets in on the tackle that time. Dilbeck is kind of adjusting himself there. He may be having a little bit of the cramp too now. Neither team. It's been bend but don't break all night, Joe. And you keep waiting for something to finally break. But now here's a timeout on the field. Are we going to be officials bringing out water again? Is that what we're going to do?
We got an update from Gilworth Glendon Felton. 4 minutes left in regulation.
No, they just had to.
Or will we?
Just had to iron some things out. I guess that's the case.
4 minutes left in the ball game. Pelican Rapids leads 26.
From the Hawley 44-yard line, second and less than a yard. Play clock down to 7. Bloom slipped an inside handoff. I think that was Dilbeck again.
Yes.
And that is a first down.
Gunnar Fleming in on the stop that time for the Nuggets out there as he'll bring down the ball carrier. But Dilbeck running hard. Now he's going to come off the field. We'll see a substitution as Carson Zisi checks back in for Perham.
Rotating fullbacks, fresh legs, why not?
Well, if you got some depth, and both teams have depth and are utilizing it. We've seen some shuffling in. Sometimes, your first game, you see a little bit more of that too, trying to find some combos, and then you just want to ride what's working. So Dilbeck checks out, see if, Zisi comes in and does something here for Perham.
Zisi at the left.
Give to him.
Takes the handoff, going right, slipped and got nothing.
Fleming was right there, Joe. He came flying in and got in front of ZC that time. Fleming credited with that tackle. It's going to be a loss of 3.
To the 42-yard line, 2nd and 13. 7:35 to go, fourth quarter. Perham holding on to a 2-point lead.
It's the official Minnesota summer outfit. People are going with shorts and long sleeves now, Joe, with the sun down and the lights on bright here. It's beautiful outside. It's just that official dress of summer here in these parts.
Still a very comfortable night.
Gorgeous.
3 receivers left. And handed off, and the guy who took the handoff got clobbered right away.
Nowhere to go. Fleming flying in once again for the defense of the Nuggets, among others. And that handoff went to Zisi again. So now we got an official's timeout called, but then there's another yellow jacket on the ground here cramping up. So we're definitely seeing that. But just not much doing. And Perham had an opportunity here. Both teams, again, we use that term, bend but not break. There's a whole lot of defense being played right now.
It'll be 3rd and 16 for Perham when we come back. 6:58 to go, fourth quarter. Perham holding on to an 8-6 lead on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
And there was a swing pass to the near side on fourth down, bobbled and incomplete. Gavin Griffin, the intended receiver.
And now Perham 4th and long. It'll be a punt situation again, under 7 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Yellow Jackets trying to capitalize after turning over the Nuggets on downs, and now the Nuggets are doing the same to Perham, forcing a punt.
The reason for the timeout, Jack Eske, the Perham offensive and defensive tackle, hopped off the field with a leg injury. Here's Bloom to punt. Boy, he got a good one. It's going to keep rolling, but actually
it was touched.
Tyrus Kudron kind of got in the way of it. Otherwise, I could have got into the end zone, but actually nice work by him.
Yeah, Kudron wanted to make sure he kept it from getting into the end zone, and it came off hot. So he threw an arm out there and made contact at the 5-yard line. Made contact at the 10. So the ball's at the 10. 90 yards separate the Nuggets from the end zone, and a long way to go. But 6:43 to play. Perham by 2. Got to get after it here, Joe.
45 yards on the punt with no return. Nuggets starting from their own 10 with all 3 timeouts remaining, trailing 8-6. 90 yards to go for a go-ahead score. And a handoff to Peterson, running over the left side, but running into a horde of Yellow Jackets.
Well, you know, we've talked about what works, what can work, and now we've got another injury, the cramp aspect.
Cramp.
Yeah, the cramp aspect is real. There's no question about it.
And we've got another officials timeout.
Cramp aspect is legit, and we're seeing more of that here late in this game, which, you guys, there's a lot of two-way, Joe. You've said it and read off the starting lineups here today. There's a lot of two-way starters, and they're not getting a break. And so this is one of those things that often does happen in that first weeks of the season, especially with warmer weather.
On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Perham in the lead 8-6. Be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
We resume action with the ball on the 12-yard line of Hawley, their own 12, 2nd and 8. Noah Nelson out of the pistol. He'll look right, now run left. Pump fake, which gives him some room, and he gets a first down.
Noah Nelson making something out of nothing that time. He looked downfield, recognized all of his options were gone, so then he needed to do something, so he took off and make a nice play that time, Joe, and got to the outside, got to the edge, and stepped out of bounds, too. He was kind of pushed out, so pick up a first down and stop the clock. Just over 6 minutes to play, and Nuggets need points. They're down 2.
Ball on the 22-yard line after a gain of 10. Midway through the fourth quarter. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Nelson looking down the far sideline, and he's got his man!
Noah Nelson connects with
Levi Loam with the catch.
Just got beyond the coverage, Joe, and Loam, nice over-the-shoulder catch, perfectly delivered football from Nelson, and the Nuggets strike through the air. Now, this is similar to how they were able to strike on their scoring drive in the second quarter. So see if they continue to put the pedal down and double down through the air.
38 yards on the pass play.
1st and 10 Nuggets.
As Loam runs to the sideline, and he's got a cramp
Cramped
problem
up. This
now.
is the second time I've seen him getting worked on the sideline.
Nelson back to throw. Over the middle, incomplete.
Now got the butterflies in the stomach on that pass over the middle. I saw a lot of white jerseys, Joe, from my vantage point as he was trying to lead it to Mark Schauer.
It was like 3-1.
Yeah, and that's not exactly the ratio you're looking for.
No. 3 maroon shirts against 1 white shirt, that's something else again.
Totally different, yep. Then you're looking at the positives.
Stops at the clock with 5:47 to go in regulation. Hawley trailing 8-6. 2nd and 10 from the Perham 40. Midthune in motion. Nelson will keep, saw some room, gaining about 7.
I've been talking about, a little bit of urgency, and we're seeing it on the field. Both teams are bringing it a little bit, recognizing clock time, things of that nature. Johnny Ramos makes a nice tackle on Nelson. The urgency's there. At the same time, both teams have all 3 timeouts, got 5:20 left to play. Play within yourself. You don't need to, there's no need to rush anything here, but the sense of urgency is being seen.
Getting back to basketball, the late John Wooden used to say, be quick but don't hurry.
Gotta love it. He had a lot of success, that John Wooden guy.
Under center now is Nelson, pitching to the near side. And Liebach is stopped at about the 20. Or check that. Lincoln Midthune, the sophomore on the carry.
Big play by Midthune. We've talked about him a couple of times today, right? He had those botched punt returns and lost one. He was very excited about that type of play right there. He found a nice gap too, Joe. He was looking down the field and just needed one space. He had used his Barry Sanders eyes. I watched him. He was looking right, and he cut back left into the gap that he had seen. Great job there by Midthune.
He gained 13 to the 20-yard line. Third first down of this drive for Hawley. The drive started at their own 10. Toss for Lelm did well to snag that, but then he got corralled.
Big time. You're looking at a jailbreak right there, and a great play made by Logan Fromuth from the Perham Yellow Jackets all over the play. And great defensive efforts. You know, you see an offensive play making a big, strong motion, and now you flip it, and the defense shows up at a big loss on the play.
Loss of 6 to the 26-yard line. Second and long. 4 minutes to play now. Nelson from the pistol, two receivers right. And
some
timeout.
Confusion. Big time confusion out there. Nelson was looking around, put his arms up, and Coach Nats immediately recognized that and said, timeout, timeout.
Yeah, somebody was not getting to the right place. First timeout for Hawley in the second half. 3:52 to go, fourth quarter on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Perham 8, Hawley 6. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered with advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care.
Optima Real Estate Development and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima Companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima Companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancello with you. 3:52 to go, fourth quarter. Second and 16 for Hawley at the Perham 26. Nelson play fake, batted down.
And the Yellow Jackets sideline and fan section erupts across the field with a great defensive play. Jack Esty, who you saw earlier, Joe, go down with an injury, he's back out there, and he makes a big play.
I don't know if he hopped on that time the way he hopped off the field earlier, but very big play for the Yellow Jackets. Now 3rd and 16 with 3:49 to play.
3rd and 16.
Hawley needs to get to the 10 for a first down. Three to the right, one to the left. Nelson play fake, spins right, now running forward. Still running forward and is hauled down.
He made up a lot of ground.
Yes, he did.
Now it's going to be manageable, and regardless, it's 4-down territory for the Nuggets, who trail by 2 with 3.5 to play.
Fourth and 5 from the 16 after a gain of 10. From the 15, rather, after a gain of 11. 2 timeouts left for Hawley. Perham with all 3 of theirs as we near the 3-minute mark. Nelson from the pistol. Snap a little high. He's got time. He's got a receiver. He's got a first down. First and goal. Liebach with the grab.
And he's pumped up. And that was a well-delivered football. Nelson had 2 targets to go to. Both were running out routes. Both had clearing. Liebach makes the catch and is stalled at the 4. First and goal, Nuggets.
A gain of 11, the 4th first down of this drive. And credit to the Nuggets because they were looking at a 2nd and 16 on this possession just a moment ago.
They faced some adversity. Now they got to capitalize.
Peterson at the left hip of Nelson. Nice play fake by Nelson. He runs. Is he in?
And looks like he's just short. Every
Hawley
Nugget is
players
holding.
are signaling, but it's the guys in the stripes.
Turns out the players can't, in fact, make that call. But down to the inch line here as Hawley's knocking on the door.
Oh, boy, it's less than the length of a football away.
Yes, no, you're correct. You roll that ball forward 2-3 inches and you're at the stripe.
Receivers wide to both sides. Nelson now under center and an eye. He'll keep it.
Boy, that's going to be real close.
And he didn't need a whole lot either.
No, but Perham was all over it. Officials were giving the potential, right, trying to make sure they left no doubt. And, yeah, it was stopped. Perham's calling a timeout.
2:08 to go in the ball game. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Hawley knocking on the door, trailing Perham 8-6. Be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
3rd and goal from inside the 1-yard line.
Now I'm going to walk right on top of this here. Phil Hansen's coming to the sideline. He's got, the width of a shoe is how far you are from the goal stripe.
Goodness.
You got bigger feet than I do, though.
True. Nelson under center.
Got a push.
Again. He got a push from behind, and that was enough for a touchdown. Jack Ames helped him out from behind.
1-yard touchdown,
and for the first time today, Hawley has the lead, 12-8 with 2:05 to go as they wrap up a 90-yard drive. That took 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
Big play was the throw to Liebach, right? And it just kind of stretched, and they had on both of their scoring drives, it's a 90-yard drive, Joe, just like you said, both of their scoring drives today, a pass play set up the eventual touchdown, and then they, of course, had the 4th down conversion as well.
13 plays, 90 yards. Nuggets go for 2.
Nowhere to go.
And that was Lum on the carry.
And it was Cash Burke and teammates together for the Yellow Jackets to bring down the ball carriers, so it's a 4-point lead.
So Perham with a little bit of an opening. We'll see if they can take advantage of it with 2:05 to go in the 4th quarter. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Hawley with their first lead, 12-8 over Perham. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Joe Lancello and Kevin Kochman with you from Hawley. The Nuggets with their first lead, 12-8 with 2:05 to go in the 4th quarter.
Well, the Perham Yellow Jackets, Joe, they've been able to do a lot of good things here today as well. And so
in a short time, yeah, they
can move the football. They can move the football. So you've got a couple of Yellow Jackets ready to return the kick here. Gavin Griffin is deep back along with Tyrus Cowdron.
Colton Klages to boot it away. Squibber bobbled, recovered to the 25, and stopped near the 30 was Gavin Griffin.
They'll put him right at the 30-yard line. In on the stop that time, Colton Klages. He came flying in and made one of those form tackles that you just keep moving those legs. You keep pushing and put a little mustard on that tackle, you might say. But it is Nuggets defense now. Bend but not break, right? That's your mantra. It's bend, but now they've ramped up. You've seen the energy level show up. Now we'll see how Perham tries to go against that. Each team with 2 timeouts.
Perham starting from their own 30. Blew him out of the pistol. Started to go left, now moving right. He was being hit. It's incomplete.
Levi Lelm, who's we've seen dealt with some cramping issues. He was there. He had the quarterback in his grasp, forcing that throw out of bounds. Levi Lelm, big play there defensively, and also was getting excited. Some of that energy, some of those, Coach talks about it, celebrating a little bit, Joe, right? Be excited about what's happening out there. That's what builds the momentum.
I remember the late Butch Nash, a legendary assistant coach for the University of Minnesota. The one time I heard him raise his voice when somebody made a nice defensive play in a scrimmage, and he said, congratulate him.
There you go.
Here's the Bloom pass down the far sideline. It's caught! Or is it inbounds? It is.
Incredible pass, a pitch and catch to Ashton Detloff, over the shoulder catch, a great throw, coverage provided by Jackson Shank. It is absolutely the play that Perham needed. Just 12 seconds into this drive, and they hit a home run.
At the 35 after a gain of 35. Detloff with a big play there, and he's had some good work as a pass rusher, putting on pressure. 1st and 10, now in Hawley territory at the 35. Bloom throwing near side. It is caught by Ty Rooney, brought down near the 20.
Liebach making the stop. Rooney makes a great play. Liebach is slow to get up. He got a little assistance that time by Mark Schauer. Everybody stays on the field, and Perham is getting on the ball here. They got to score. This is a touchdown-only situation here for Perham. Plus, they don't have a kicker.
Back-to-back first downs. Now at the 17-yard line. They're in the red zone with 1:35 and counting. Each team with 2 timeouts. Bloom from the pistol. Dillback at his left hip. Here's a pass to the far side. Rainbow pass. It's caught.
Touchdown, Perham.
That man Detloff again.
And went up and over the defender for the touchdown catch. That is an athletic play on a fantastic pass from Bloom, and Detloff, and Perham has silenced the Nugget crowd.
70 yards in 4 plays.
That is the definition of we need it. Go get it.
In 39 seconds.
Fantastic. That's a big-time football drive by the Perham Yellow Jackets to take the lead, make it a 2-point ball game. Now Nuggets, again, they're 0 for the show with their 2-point conversions. That could have mattered here.
14-12. Try and make a 2-point lead, a 4-point lead. Bloom rolling right, throwing, and that is intercepted in the end zone.
So 2-point game.
Conversion attempt is
Was that Grady Hines?
No, Levi Lelm made the pick in the 2-point conversion.
Okay, I got
That's a 4-1-1-4, yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hawley Nugget football.
Okay, so now we've got 1:21 to play. And Perham back in the lead at 14-12 in the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. The kickoff after this.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
High drama here at Hawley. Perham has just driven 70 yards in 4 plays. The first of those passes was an incomplete pass. But Alex Bloom coming through. A 35-yard pass to Detloff, an 18-yard pass to Rooney, and then a 17-yard pass to Detloff for the go-ahead touchdown. 14-12 Perham leads. And neither team really has a field goal kicker, so Perham is going to have to do what Hawley is going to have to do what Perham just did.
With 2 timeouts and need to hit it, both have shown capabilities of making big plays. Defense is going to be the name of the game, or
line
will
drive
special
kickoff
teams.
was short and fielded by Liebach.
Number 2, Zach Liebach.
He'll be stopped short of the 35.
And Tegan Schmeltz makes a big-time special teams play to upend Liebach that time, kind of decleat him. Liebach is slow to get up here. Was taken out below the waist. It was not an egregious play. Definitely a fast play, and things like this happen. He's kind of grabbing his midsection here.
Each team with 2 timeouts. Hawley will start from their own 34 with 1:17 to go, down by 2.
Officials timeout here for the injury. Again, the injured Nugget is Zach Liebach, who was the return man here, and
he's so close to the sideline and the players on the bench. I can't see
That's
Chris
correct.
from where he is.
Yep, most if you're in the bleachers here, you're not able to see him. He's getting up, getting some help from the trainer and also offensive coordinator Aaron Haugen.
So Chris coming off the field, 66 yards to go for Hawley with 1:17 to play. Down by 2.
Dial it up. Fun way to start the season. Last second kind of football.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Noah Nelson from the pistol. Looks left, throws left. Nice leaping catch. Just short of a first down. And that was Mark Schauer with the grab.
And Schauer is now cramping.
Tyrus Kudrin on the coverage.
Had to make a pretty good leap to get that ball.
Yep, and he's needing some attention to his right leg. So
all
that's where we're at.
6'5" of them.
He did, and the ball was high. I mean, not an egregious high throw, but he had to go up and get it while trying to make a move.
And that is called a first down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 11. And the clock stops with 1:11 to play in the fourth quarter.
And he's getting up. Will gingerly make his way over to the side. You got to stretch that out a little bit. Hopefully he's out for no more than a play, right? You want to get things moving, get back at it.
You hope both teams prop plenty of Gatorade and water here.
I think so. A helicopter flying above here kind of just took my attention away. Some life flight activity here over the top of Dale Scallard Athletic Complex.
It'll be first and
Nuggets from their own 45, first and 10. 1:10 to play. From the pistol, Nelson rolling right, running out of options, and
Nelson
being
brought
sacked
down
for a
in the
loss. And give the pass rush and also the secondary credit for that.
Yeah, that's a secondary sack, Joe. I know you hear that sometimes at other levels, but that was hey, I have no options left here because the coverage downfield on all targets was done. Kudos to the secondary of the Perham Yellow Jackets, and of course, just the motor. You as a coach, you're telling your guys right now, we've got 53 seconds left. You know what? Don't leave it. Don't leave anything out here. Go after it. Get it. Play within yourself, but go and get it. And so right now you got the D-backs doing everything they can to make sure their job is done, and that left the linebackers and the D linemen to do their job, which was make sure to contain, and they found a way to keep Nelson under wraps.
Did Hawley call the timeout?
Yes.
Okay, so that is their second. They've got 1 left.
That is it.
53 seconds to go in regulation. It's now 2nd and a dozen for the Nuggets.
And Perham has no need to stop the clock, but they have 2 timeouts left.
Jackson Skank moving as a wing on the left side. Nelson from the pistol, play fake, spins left. Throws, caught. Jackson Skank with the catch.
He stays in bounds. Yeah, he's in bounds.
Midfield.
So they're going to be moving here. Hawley's going to have to hurry to get to the ball as they get it set.
gain of 5 yards. It's 3rd and 7.
At the 50. Back to throw Nelson. Now he's going to keep it, run down the far sideline, got the first down.
Flag.
A penalty flag comes down in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, a long way away from the play. So let's see what the call is. And this is usually in the area of a hold, Joe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's wait to see what he actually says.
100%. No sense guessing. It was what you'd expect.
Holding on the offense.
Yep. But
Penalty against
there's
Hawley.
just been enough already tonight where we thought maybe this is there or this is that. Well, that's an unfortunate scenario, right? Especially if it's way away from the play, after the play type thing, or if it was maybe just a delayed. I did not see it. I was not watching the backside of the play, so.
It's 10 yards. It's from the spot of the foul.
So 3rd and long. 24 seconds left. Can Perham's defense draw up a few more plays? But I think now Perham is going to call timeout. They're going to take a break here. Get their defense set.
With 24 seconds to play. And this is going to be 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
So you've got an opportunity here, Perham. I said earlier, Perham really didn't have any need to take a timeout. But in this case, the clock had stopped. So this is an opportunity just to do some coaching and regrouping. 24 seconds, Joe. Hawley has 1 timeout left. Realistically, right, what do you think? 4 plays max, 3 plays very realistic?
Barnesville did defeat Dilworth Women
Depending
tonight, 24-14.
what you get on the play.
Pelican Rapids
Showerk
beat
had come
Records
onto the
tonight,
field, and now he's going to
26.
come
Final
back
for
and
Frazee, it was the Staples Mountain
get a sip of
Cardinals
water.
47, Frazee Hornets 7.
He keeps trying to work out those cramps that he had.
Each team with 1 timeout remaining now, but not much time to use it. Time for 1 NBA shot, but in football, 2 or maybe 3. But it's 3rd and 12 for the Nuggets. 2 receivers wide to either side. Nelson from the pistol. Quick toss to the near side, caught by Mid-Thune.
Holding.
Trying to get to the sideline, and he does, and also trying to get to the first down, which he does.
He did it all, but there's going to be a hold on the outside edge. It was a clear as day.
Oh, man.
Zach Liebach got around the hips and kind of a whoops, try to kind of maybe hide the small bear hug there. So, not a good scenario. You're trying what you can do, but now you've dug a deeper hole.
Back-to-back holding penalties, now with only 18 seconds left to play. And they'll spot the ball at the 38.
There'll be a holding penalty against the Nuggets.
3rd and 17.
Still 3rd down, 3rd and 17.
Nuggets making it tough on themselves. Nelson out of the pistol. Play fake. Throws to one of the coaches on the near sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one hit Coach Nats right in the hand, so it's 1 play. That's what you got left now is you got 1 play, 14 seconds.
For number 5,
but it's 4th down, so that's why you got 1 play. If you can find a way to get another one, great. You got 1 play right now.
You don't need all 62 yards now.
No. You need to get 17.
And you need to get out of bounds.
Yeah, 1 timeout remains for Hawley, but out of bounds would be ideal.
2 receivers wide to either side. Nelson from the pistol, 4th and 17. He's going to air it out to the far side, and oh my,
There's a flag down.
Pass is incomplete.
Or is there a flag down?
It looked like the Perham defender, number 15, Michael Beach,
tackled the intended target.
You have a penalty marker on
The ball was overthrown and then I believe intercepted, but it's got to be an pass interference here.
Unlike the NFL, that
it's not
penalty
a spot.
will not be marked from that spot. It'll be
Right.
marked from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty.
Still a first down.
Yep, automatic first down, 15-yard penalty. But or is it no, here's the problem. I don't recall if it's an automatic first down. I believe I've run through that in the past. But it's a 15-yard penalty, and they needed 17.
Yeah. Oh, boy, good point.
So I don't recall now. I don't recall. That's my only thing. I'm not sure if it's a automatic first down or if it's a replay the down type thing. I don't recall. Officials coming together.
And the referee moving to where the previous line of scrimmage was, and you assume he's going to walk it off. And, oh, yes, there we are.
Yep.
Penalty was a pass interference penalty against Perham. It'd be a 15-yard penalty.
People probably do think from watching the NFL, the game's on Sundays, that it's spot of the foul.
Right. And so, and it's replay the down. So it's not an automatic first. See, that's the biggest thing. It's just replay the down. You get the 15 yards, and you replay the down. So Hawley's going to get the 15. It's 4th and 2, right, with 8 seconds to play. In the NFL, right, you could chuck it 60 yards, pass interference call, and it's going to be a spot foul and a first down. That's the one thing, and you and I have talked about this before, Joe, and it's hard as spectators. Most people who are football fans are watching the NFL, right? That's just, there's a massive
and
phenomenon.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, but there's different rules at every level of football, and that makes it difficult for fans, especially when we're so used to, right, watching on the television specific, where they put up the first down marker, where they're telling you and they're spitting all the information and you're getting all the instant reaction. The officials are talking to the crowd. We don't get that in the high school level. Makes it difficult. And then also the different levels of rules. So for a good reason, I understand that, but it is difficult to as a spectator for that standpoint. So I'm glad we got this opportunity to break down the pass interference rule in high school. Now we need that shining, a spotlight, the more you know. We need that star leaving the rainbow behind it.
And possibly a copy of the rule book for each of us to go over.
It wouldn't hurt. Not like we have extra time to do that. We got a few things to do.
Ball spotted at the yellow jacket 47.
So reset it. What do we have left here, Joe?
8 seconds left. 4th and 2. 47 yards to the end zone.
Down 2.
Here's Nelson. Throwing over the middle, undershot.
And that's it.
Pass intended
4 seconds to play.
Turnover on downs. Perham football. The bend but not break. And those 2 big offensive drives here in the fourth quarter that gave each team the lead.
Yes. Nelson running for a touchdown to put the Nuggets in front with 2:05 to go, and then Bloom coming right back, driving 70 yards in 4 plays in 39 seconds. And now victory formation as Bloom will take the knee, and Perham will also take home a victory by a score of 14-12. What a game.
It sure was.
The final on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Perham 14 and Hawley 12. We'll have a post-game interview with Coach Peter Natz, and also we'll have our Energy Player of the Game brought to you by Enbridge. We'll do that when we come back after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
You can enjoy the comfort and convenience of electric heat and save money too by installing off-peak heating in your new or existing home. Wild Rice Electric's off-peak program offers a lower electric heating rate that is 40 to 50% below the regular service rate, making electricity one of the most stable and cost-effective energy sources available. Learn more about saving money while staying warm this winter by contacting Wild Rice Electric, your member-owned cooperative.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Back here on our post-game report, the Hawley Nuggets and the Perham Yellow Jackets go to the wire. It's the Yellow Jackets earning victory here tonight, 14-12. We talked in our post-game show with the head coach of the Nuggets, Peter Natz. And Coach, doesn't go the way you want. Despite the turnovers, you guys were in it, had the lead late. A well of a football game, well of an effort, but, first game of the year. Let's get this one in your words.
I told the boys we can't take ourselves out of scoring situations. We can't make mistakes, turn the ball over, and we got to play a complete football game. We played in good spurts, but we weren't consistent. We didn't play a complete football game, and that's what we got to do. Told the boys we eliminate mistakes and we play complete football. We're winning 7 games this year.
No doubt. I thought there's a lot to, there's always stuff, right? And you never want to settle, but there was a lot that they could take out of this game and learn from.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of mental toughness and a lot of grit that's going to be evident that we can develop more of that. First night out, people getting tired and not understanding what it can be like to get past that point of tired and play through it just on adrenaline and heart and grit. We'll get better at that. There's no doubt about that. We got a great bunch of kids, and they're hurting right now, but we just made too many mistakes tonight, Kevin.
Yeah. Your scoring drives, just wanted to touch on those because you got some big plays within them, some pass plays that set up, and guys really responded off of that burst.
Yeah, and we have that big play capability. I think if we can get Lincoln Mithun calmed down a little bit in the punt return role, that just all out of sorts for whatever reason tonight. When he catches the ball, he makes nice things happen, and he'll come around. He'll be better next time around, and he'll make plays on those punts instead of not fielding the ball.
I also appreciated him just hey, you're going to go out. You guys, you trust him. Go out there and make the play, and he had to go out and do it. He also made some plays offensively. That was nice to see, but he wasn't afraid.
No, certainly not. And for whatever reason, he got the yips a little bit on those punt returns. That's water under the bridge. He'll be fine. He's a confident kid. He's super skilled, and he's gonna be a bright ray of sunshine from here on out. No doubt about that. Our offensive line played well for the most part. We had a couple lapses here and there, but that's high school football. That's going to happen. They're playing defense too. It's not like we're going against people that aren't trying. So give a lot of credit to Perham, Coach Hine. He's a great dude, and he's got a good football squad. They're scrappy. They lost a ton of talent off of last year's team, and they're gonna be serious.
Your guys, again, lots to learn from. Going to go back to the drawing board a little bit. Defensively tonight, it was a defensive football game. Both teams were getting after it, and we're winning plays out there. It was neat to see.
Yeah, and you want the kids to make the plays to either win, to either help your team win, or the other team has to make plays to beat you. So, and that's kind of what happened tonight. Perham played better, more often. I would say we play the next 7 games with Perham. They're similar ball games where nobody's running away with it. And if you make mistakes, you're not going to win. If you don't make mistakes, you'll win.
You get into a routine now. It's school time, so no more of this fall camp. It's go time now, and so get back into the school. You get into that regular routine that you get used to real quick. From that standpoint, what you got next Friday?
We go to Frazee. They took a bit of a whooping, I heard a little while ago on PA here, but Frazee is they're hard-nosed kids, always are. Russ does a nice job with those kids and gets them ready to play, and they'll be ready for us, and they'll see the score tonight, and they'll say, yeah, Hawley's not very offensive. Or offensive maybe, but Hawley doesn't have a great offense if they could only score 12 against Perham. So they think they're going to have a chance, and we got to take that hope of a chance away from them.
I know we get used to the different routines, and it happens really quick. Back into that school routine, that's desired, isn't it? Right? You get into that just normal day-to-day type thing.
Oh yeah, for everything except my mid-afternoon nap.
Well, yeah.
Getting the kids back into being around one another all day long instead of just a couple hours during practice each day. It's good for camaraderie. It's good for building trust and strengthening those relationships. And just a credit to our kids tonight. We had some sad boys and upset boys, but they got together at the end, just had a team prayer, the ones that felt like they needed to do that, and we got a great bunch of kids, and we're going to be better. We'll get better, and we'll be better.
I'd love to see it, Coach. Thanks for the time as always. Best of luck. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, but good luck next week against Frazee.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
You got it. Peter Knotts, head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, joining us post-game report here tonight on yourliveevent.com. The Hawley Nuggets, they fall here tonight. Perham earns victory 14-12 on yourliveevent.com.
We'll be right back with more.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you'll be in good hands with Dr. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Optima Real Estate Development and Property Management is your partner in unlocking your property's potential. Optima companies are fully licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota, covering real estate, development, and property management. Optima companies, making a positive impact by building for the needs of the community. For more information, dial 701-715-3283 or visit www.optima-nd.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the R&J Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the R&J Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the R&J Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Back at Hawley, where Perham has scored a 14-12 victory over the Hawley Nuggets, Kevin Kochman is on the field with Coach Jesse Hine of the victorious Perham Yellow Jackets.
Very good. Well, Jesse, let's talk about this one. I know, I bet your heart rate, blood pressure's down a little bit now. You guys found a way. Led the bulk majority of the game, then were tested. Had to get down the field. You found a way, and a win looks pretty good after week one.
You know what? At week one, you kind of expect a game like this where, you can go back and talk about 5-6 plays that you wish you should have made, you should have had. But when the moment mattered, the boys came through, and they definitely earned this one.
Well, for your boys, you were tasked with trying to hang on to a lead. Hawley puts together a 90-yard drive. What'd you tell your boys at that point as you got ready to try to go back and answer?
The beautiful thing is I didn't have to tell them a whole lot. They kind of took it upon themselves. There was a confidence in their eyes that they were going to go out and give it everything they had. They executed it when it mattered, and definitely, they got it done. They deserved it.
Quality win for your guys, and I'm thinking about the play of Alex Bloom, obviously a leader, but did it on both sides.
Yep, for sure. He definitely he stepped up tonight, both sides of the ball, made huge plays when we needed him to, and he led. I mean, he's a definite leader. He's one of our captains for a reason. Ashton Detloff, Cash Burke, Jack Wangler played a whale of a game, our captains tonight, and you could go down the list and think of guys who made big plays in big moments, and that's the beauty of high school football is year to year, those names change because kids graduate. So it's fun to see some of those young guys step up.
Sawyer Dilbeck and Johnny Ramos, two guys that we called their name almost every defensive play.
Yeah, they were getting after it. I know Sawyer's battling a little bit of a shoulder issue, but he stuck his nose in there tonight, and both of them I know are dead tired right now, but they gave everything they had. They finished empty.
And that's what you want to see. Boys came out. Now you're going to get into this whole school routine. Your thoughts on just getting into that now, part of the season?
It honestly is kind of nice from a football standpoint because your boys are up early. They're in school. They get into a routine, and you just kind of keep building off of that. When you get in the first 3 weeks, you're waiting around for practice, and teachers go back, and there's just a lot of distractions. But I think school's a good thing just to get them in a routine.
What do you have next week, Coach?
We got Detroit Lakes. We got the Battle for the Paddle. They're coming to town. They always bring a big physical team, so we got to get back to the drawing board Monday and, heal up a few wounds and get after it.
A lot of fun to watch your team perform tonight. Congrats on earning the victory here tonight on the road. Tough time to do it. You got her done, Coach. To you and the team, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it. That is head coach Jesse Hine of the Perham Yellow Jackets.
Okay, Kevin, thanks very much. And speaking of the Perham Yellow Jackets, who are the winners tonight, 14-12. Our energy player of the game will go to Alex Bloom of the Perham Yellow Jackets. Our energy player of the game brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Bloom was 11 of 19 passing for 146 yards, unofficial numbers, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. So Alex Bloom, our energy player of the game, brought to you by the folks at Enbridge. And let me take one more break, get a few more things added up here, and I'll run down the scoring when Kevin and I come back on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. The final again, Perham 14 and Hawley 12. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Now available, the 2024 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide. The digital version of the R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is available at rjbroadcasting.com. This year, featuring schedules for the fall sports teams in the region, along with photos, coaches' bios, and highlights from the 2023 season and the fall broadcast schedule for R&J Sports and YourLiveEvent.com. The digital version of the 2024 R&J Sports Guide is available now at rjbroadcasting.com.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancello from Hawley, where the Nuggets drop a 14-12 decision to Perham on opening night. A great high school football game, plenty of drama, plenty of big plays, and it was back and forth late fourth quarter where each team scored, and it was Perham holding on for a win by a count of 14-12. Let's run down the scoring here. Perham took advantage of a muffed punt and recovered the ball on Hawley's 12-yard line. 4 plays later, the ball is in the end zone with quarterback Alex Bloom scoring from a yard out. Bloom passed for a 2-point conversion to Tyrus Kudron. That made it 8-0 with 3:49 to go in the first quarter. It was 8-0 Yellow Jackets at the quarter. And Bloom, and I forgot to mention that also he had 2 interceptions as a defensive player besides his work on the offense. And I should really finish Bloom 11 of 19 for 146 yards. Bloom also ran 12 times for 31 yards and the touchdown. Then we go into the second quarter. Hawley taking over on downs with 1:29 to go in the half and scored 4 plays, 58 yards. It was quarterback Noah Nelson scoring on an 18-yard run. The Nuggets went for a 2-point conversion to try to tie the game, and that failed, so it was 8-6 in favor of Perham with 24 seconds to go in the half. The score remained 8-6 after 3 quarters. Then into the fourth with 6:43 to go after a punt, Hawley took over from their own 10-yard line. And 13 plays and 4 minutes and 38 seconds later, they had taken their first lead as Nelson ran for a 1-yard score to make it 12-8. Again, the Nuggets going for a 2-point conversion. They didn't make it. Still 12-8 with 2:05 to play. But then the Perham offense went to work, getting the ball back with 2 minutes to play after an incomplete pass in the first play. It was Bloom connecting with Ashton Detloff for 35 yards. And then connecting with Ty Rooney for 18 yards. The ball now on the 17-yard line of Hawley. And then it's Bloom to Detloff again, this time a 17-yard touchdown. And Perham back in front, 14-12. A 4-play, 70-yard drive that took 39 seconds. The go-ahead score coming with 1:21 to play. Hawley with a final opportunity. They were starting to drive. They had 1 first down, but then with the ball on the 50-yard line, at 3rd and 5, back-to-back holding penalties on the Nuggets. And that pretty much put them out of position, and Perham with a hard-fought, well-earned 14-12 victory. And mentioning Noah Nelson, he ran 21 times for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nelson also 10 of 19 in the air for 169 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The leading receiver was Liebach with 3 catches for 53 yards. Nelson, I mentioned, rushing for 81 yards. And Liam Peterson, 55 yards on 10 carries. For Perham, it was Dilbeck Sawyer Delbeck, the leading rusher, 48 yards on 7 carries. Bloom with 31 yards rushing on 12 carries. And Detloff, the leading receiver, with 4 catches for 71 yards and the game-winning touchdown. Detloff also had a solid game as a pass rusher, making things a little difficult for Noah Nelson. Well, that is going to do it for us tonight here from Hawley. Want to thank Brett Mayer-Schmidt for all her assistance and all the folks here at Hawley. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and thanks to you for watching, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. I'm Joe Lancello with Kevin Kochman. The final score once again, Perham 14 and Hawley 12. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. We'll talk to you later. Good night, everyone.